There is so much to be said, and there is so much to break down. So I am going to try my best to try and break down all the different nuances of this game. I think the first thing to say is Chelsea deserve to lose. Let's start there because we're going to break things down, and I've got all the guys in the background. Don't worry, guys. I'll bring you in, guys. I'll bring you in, guys. So, but the first thing to note is that Chelsea got beat, and I'm going to lay into Chelsea, and I'm going to talk about guys like Mount, Lukaku, even Kante. But we have to first start with something I call the eye test. You see, you kids, you're the stats merchants. Who scored, goals, assists, XG. I'm old school. I'm a little bit older than you guys. And I keep saying this. And this is something that will always remain the same. The eye test is and will always be undefeated. This isn't new from Karim Benzema. I've been telling you about Karim Benzema. There is a reason why in my preview I said that Chelsea need to shut down two guys, Benzema and Modric. Do you guys know what man marking is? Just out of curiosity, do you know what man marking is? You see, man marking, in case for some of you kids who don't know, it's an age-old tactic where this guy is so good, he is so dangerous. You need somebody to shadow and follow him wherever he goes because he is so dangerous. That's what it is. You know, that's what it's about. There is no shame in man marking. Trust me, there is no shame in man marking. If somebody is that good, there is no shame in man marking. Benzema is that good. Like, and do you know what I think the issue is? Because whenever I talked about Benzema, guys said, well, he's not Cristiano, he's not Messi, he's not Neymar, he's not Messi. And I was about to say, no. He's the best player in the world. Based on form, he's better than Messi, he's better than Cristiano, he's better than Neymar. But his name just isn't Neymar, his name just isn't Messi, his name just isn't Cristiano Ronaldo. So therefore, people just ignore him and just actually appreciate what this guy is. It's real. What Benzema did tonight was outstanding. Because Real Madrid, they played an amazing game. I think everyone played well. Real outplayed Chelsea and Real with the better team. It was a great game, but Real with the better team. But when you just look at the type of goals that this guy scored, the type of goals that this guy scored, you now have to understand and appreciate that, okay, we're dealing with a different kind of a player right now. And I think because it's one thing to get that hat-trick against PSG, which was huge, because wow. But to follow it up with another hat-trick, and it's the quality of the goals and how well he played. Because I put out the question, said, okay, when was the last time a guy did back-to-back hat-tricks? They said Cristiano, Athletic against Bayern. I can assure you that Cristiano did not play as well in those two games as well as Benzema did in this game. Because for Benzema, it's similar to Messi. It's not just not the goals. He's a baller. He's a footballer. And I will always champion footballers. So I asked this to Tuchel because I said this in the preview. I said this clearly in the freaking preview. Tuchel, you need to watch for Modric and Benzema. How did the second goal come through? Who gave that ball to Benzema? Yeah, it was Drich. Drich gave the ball to Benzema. The two guys I told you to watch. Doesn't anybody listen? Look, Where did it go wrong for Chelsea? Here's the thing, man. I mean, we'll discuss it when I bring in the guys and so forth. But Mount got better towards the end of the game, but Mount is a useless player. He's garbage. That's for me. I mean, people coming wrong and everything. Mount is only there because he's English and he's like a teacher's pet. But for me, the guy is useless. Havertz did what he did, bro. When the chips were done, even in the second half, Havertz was the only guy trying to say what's up. Christensen, I think, believes he's already in Barcelona right now. So I think Christensen has already half quit on the freaking team because he got roasted by Vinny. I feel that there's a clear difference between Real and Chelsea. When you look at Real, you see creativity and imagination. Guys, creativity and imagination will always be key in football. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. Creativity will always be key in football. It will always be important. It will always be vital in football. And when you look at whether it's through Drich, Carvajal, Mendy coming into midfield, Vinny, Benzema, there are ideas flowing. Chelsea, I don't see these ideas. And what did I say? Kante didn't have a great game. Guys, run the freaking tape. Pull up Exhibit C. If Kante doesn't have an amazing game, Chelsea can't beat Real Madrid. If Kante doesn't have an amazing game, Chelsea cannot beat Real Madrid. And I think I was right. So, here's the thing. This is where we are right now. 3-1 is a rough result. Because for me, I said, if Chelsea got a 3-2, no away goals, Chelsea have a good chance. 2-goal deficits. The Real are still going to come and want more goals. It's looking very difficult for Chelsea. It's not impossible. It ain't impossible. Because 3-1 is not as bad as 4-1. 4-1, then we might as well use the forfeit rule. But my goodness, heaven, Chelsea have to improve greatly. And they have to defend a lot better. Because, bro, Benzema could have had 4 goals. And let's deal with the pink porcupine in the room. Everyone has the mistakes. Everyone should be afforded these mistakes. It was a bad mistake by Mendy. And for me, that's ended the tie. Which is why I feel so bad for Mendy, because it was such a bad mistake. Because it was not only a bad mistake, it's when it happened. 2-1, just after halftime, Chelsea making the substitutions. Who knows where the game could have gone. That goal, and because for me, psychologically, mentally, it destroyed. So if Chelsea had to go out, I'm sorry. If Chelsea had to go out of this tie, that was the decisive moment in this whole time. I'm sorry, it was a decisive moment. Man, you have to admit it. But look, man, I think that, guys, quality is quality. I don't care about work rates. I don't care about effort. I don't care about sentiments. Football will always be a skill-based sport. Yes, you need a bit of effort, a bit of work rate, but at the core, it's a skill-based sport. When you look at this between Real and Chelsea, the difference in last year was, because Real have improved, but the difference last year was Kante. Kante negated that midfield, and Kante stopped that midfield from functioning. Without Kante, that midfield was allowed to function, which meant that Real is allowed to function. And if Real allowed to function, specifically that's midfield 3, you are screwed. Chelsea allowed that midfield 3 to function, who have given us 4 UCLs, and Chelsea were screwed. Chelsea got screwed by allowing that midfield 3 to say what's up. But final thing before I bring in the guys, man, is Vets is a big game player. Chelsea are going through a difficult patch right now because these are 2 bad results. But the last thing I'm going to bring in through is Benzema, man. Let's see what happens in this Champions League. I don't feel Real have the players to win the Champions League. I think it is too much for Benzema, because if Real are to play City in the semis, they can't beat Man City. They just can't. The Ballon d'Or is going to be after the World Cup. If Benzema is able to still ball in the second leg and ball against Man City, even if they lose, and if he takes France to, let's say, a semi or a final, you've got to give this guy the Ballon d'Or. You have to. You have to. And what a turnaround. This guy was in the Brick Academy. Benzema created the scholarship tier in the Brick Academy. So from creating the scholarship tier in the Brick Academy to being a deserved chief ogre, best player in the world, and potentially winning the Ballon d'Or, that would be an amazing story. And guys, and see, for me, it is so great to see because this was the guy that we were promised at Lyon. Because remember when people were oh, Benzema, I was like, who is this guy? And when he was a side chick for Cristiano, I was like, this guy's just a freaking hype job. I defend putting him in the Brick Academy because back then he was a freaking side chick to Cristiano. But it is so crazy when a guy is allowed to just move and you're given confidence. Confidence is just a key thing because Benzema has been given the confidence, the keys to the Lambo, and this guy is producing. Like, there is no player on his level. Forget that clown maker, Richard. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Harry Kane sells freaking fruits down the freaking road. There is no attacking player. There is no attacking player right now in the world who is even close to what Benzema is doing. Bringing Cristiano, bringing all these guys, there is nobody even close to what Benzema is clear. He is fully clear. The best attacking footballer in the world. That is not an opinion, it's a scientific fact. You know, it's a scientific fact. So, also, very briefly, and I bring the guys in. Villareal can do something. Villareal should have beaten Bayern by more goals. Bayern got lucky. Villareal have really been flying the flag for La Liga right there. Because Villareal, I was watching the game, Villareal should have won by a lot more. Bayern Munich got very lucky indeed against Villareal. Very lucky indeed. Very lucky indeed. I still believe Bayern will go through. But guys, if Chelsea don't beat Real, and if Villarreal knock out Bayern, we're going to have a very long, deep conversation about La Liga and which league is the best. Because people keep wanting to put La Liga out the pin. I'm like, fine, that's fine. If Real go through, Atleti, forget those guys. If Real go through, because Chelsea is still in, but if Real go through, and if Villarreal knock out Bayern Munich, Germany's biggest team, because, bro, that day was close, we're going to have another long conversation about where do we rank La Liga, a league that was supposed to be finished. Let me bring in the guys, man. Let me bring in the guys, man. I want to come first to hold up. I want to come first to Juju, man. Juju, man, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm here, Double H.
Juju, man.
Yep.
You owe me an apology.
Look.
Juju, man, I didn't crack a joke. I don't know why you're laughing, Juju, man. I'm not laughing, Juju, man. What crap did you say that this was a foregone conclusion, that there was no point in this game being played? Juju, man, what the hell?
Look, sometimes look, in life.
Don't do look and something and anything. Talk to me.
Oh yeah, look. Sometimes in life you just have to I don't even feel bad right now because, look, maybe because when you see a player like Benzema, you have to raise your hands up, Double H, because
No. But Juju, man, you knew he was playing prior to this game, and you knew what he was about.
No, but I didn't think he was this good because it's like, look.
Wait, you didn't think he was? So you've not seen what Benzema was doing for the past 2 years?
No, Double H. Look, when it started with the Donnarumma thing and the Marquinhos. When he did that, I was like, okay, this guy bricked it up and gave Benzema. I didn't focus on Benzema and see he was a good player, and now that he did this again, maybe the guy is good, and I've been too harsh.
Maybe now you're saying maybe.
Yeah. But aside from that, I think there was discussion about Lewandowski and Benzema. I mean, right now, there's no discussion. And the one thing is on Benzema, I think that second finish was I think that was one of the best finishes I've seen.
Insane. That's insane. It's
beautiful. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
But Judgment.
Yeah.
So you're surprised by what Benzema did? You were
No,
surprised.
no, yeah, I was surprised. Look, I said on the weekend that Mbappe is the best player in the world. I think I correct that one. I think Benzema is now like he's the best player in the world. Like he's single handedly carrying this team at this point. He's single handed because it's like without him, this team probably like are not in this position, and he still delivers. And the other thing is he's 34 years old. Like how many years ago? 4 years ago, he was a meme. He was overweight. And
Yeah,
now
he was
he's
an
like,
animal. Yeah.
yeah. And now he's the best player in the world. So it's like, look, people will say, "Oh, Judgment, you bricked it," but I was like, look, sometimes you have to sit back and just like, look, the guy delivered. I
No,
cannot say
but
I
I
can't hate
told
at
you
this
though.
point. I can't.
No,
hate.
no, no,
I
but
can't hate.
Judgman, I
He delivered.
told you though. Judgman, I told you that
Yeah.
Benzema is that dude that you can't write off Real Madrid because it's funny, like guys.
Yeah.
People need to talk to Terry Flores because he refuses to answer my tweets. Terry said that these guys were washed up. They're old. They're washed up. That's what That's what the mantra said. No. You have to respect Real Madrid.
Yeah.
But
Can you click
Judgman,
on my avatar? Can you click on my avatar?
no, Judgman.
Yeah.
You have to tell me. You have to. That's what it's like. Without Kante, Chelsea can't beat. Like Kante playing badly screwed up Chelsea.
Yeah. Your analysis was on point. You see, like you say there's two things: how Chelsea beat Real Madrid, remove Benzema, and like with the Kante, you're right in that. Yes, I think without Kante, and then the other thing is like with this game, I think like I won't go too high on like the rest of Real Madrid. I just think like this is like Benzema's moment, and like he just like I mean Modric was good,
but Modric was good. Casemiro
Yeah,
was
and the
good.
Courtois
Vinny
save
was
was good.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, Courtois, what they say was no. Like
yeah.
Benzema was a star, but Real Madrid played well, and they made it very difficult for Chelsea. So,
Yeah.
can Chelsea still come back?
No, look. I think I'll just get out of the prediction business. Like I'm not predicting anymore. I'm not predicting. I'm done. I'm done with predictions. I'm not predicting anymore. I'll just say like we'll see what goes on. But so far, this is like Benzema, I mean, like best player in the world right now.
Oh no,
At
he
34,
is.
This is good. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'm so desperate to hear from Ford. I want to first take some dubs, and then I want to go to Ford because Ford. I mean, there are people that you have a lot of experience to do. So let's just take some dubs. Some
streets
dubs
are
that
hot.
will come. Yeah.
The streets are hot.
Bro. Okay, so JKA550, thank you for the dub. JKA says, I think Mendy has become complacent. Drop him. Relax. Okay, he has so much credit in the bank to now drop him now. Relax. It was a horrible mistake, terrible mistake. But relax, bro. Relax. Come on, man. He ain't Karius. Vinish Unithan. Ulrich, Karius, Donamendi. The Benz Juju lives. Don't do that. Don't compare him to Karius. Don't you dare do that, bro. Don't you dare do that. No, relax. Shini Latif. Hi, I think Champions League semis will be the Madrid derby and Liverpool v Bayern. What do you think? No. The CL semis is going to be City against either Chelsea or Real. And, bro, we're going to talk about Bayern v Villareal. We're going to talk because, bro, the stuff I was seeing in that game.
By the way, I said it. That's my W right there. I took an L on Madrid, but I said that game will be interesting.
Oh no! I'm still. My money's still on Bayern Munich, but that's interesting. But bro, if you think those 5-5-0 bombs, Athletic doing anything, you must be crazy. Hell no.
Yeah.
Daniel Gonzalez, thank you for the dub, Daniel. Mendy and Donnarumma were the best keepers last season. Benzema embarrassed both of them back to back. Yeah, man. Look. See, here's the thing, though, is that I think Benzema embarrassed Donnarumma more than he did Mendy. Mendy just made a bad pass. So basically, no. See, Benzema embarrassed Karius and Donnarumma. He didn't really embarrass Mendy. Mendy embarrassed himself. So that's just reality there. Now Cobham said, "Oh yeah. I've sent the link, bro. Yeah, Cobham, you're in the back." Casey, difference was Fede. He brought intensity. That was a great decision.
Yes.
Ancelotti starting Valverde because I was looking, okay, is it Rodrigo Asensio? Him starting Valverde, that was a great tactical play from a guy who people said is washed. JK8550 my cousin says Mounts is there just to harass people. Yeah, I mean he's a pressing merchant. That's what he is. He's just there to press, nothing more. He's literally just his only skill is to freaking press, nothing more. Casey, I told you KCM and Fede equals Chelsea finished. If Kante had played well, Chelsea could have done something, bro. I'll be real with you. Yeah says Benzema CR7 Ramos greater than Barcelona.
Is a United fan.
I know. Okay, sure. Ford, let me take a break from Dobbs.
Just one question.
Go for it.
Yeah. Do you think, is it too far to say that maybe Benzema helped Ronaldo a lot with those Ballon d'Ors, or that's too far?
He helps to facilitate him, but look, I'm going to give Cristiano his credit. He scored those goals. Let's give him his credit. Right. So I'm going to take a break from some Dobbs and forward. See, Ford, when I try to warn you, why didn't you want to listen? Ford, will you ever listen?
Hey,
No, Ford, being humble costs you nothing. Being humble costs you nothing. And don't bring up that tweet that I did because I had a counter tweet. So don't bring up that freaking tweet I had.
Well, you say that, but then again, you made the tweet earlier before the game said that, you're confident that Chelsea are going to put up a big game.
Ford, did you see my tweet after that tweet?
But you realize what you did there? You put it out into the ether, and you basically countered your own juju, bro. Like, look. Anyways, look. Let's get on to the real end. It is what it is, bro. Like, there comes a time in every man's life where you talk big and you get completely outdone, and like you basically have to eat up all the words that you said. And this is that moment for me. And you know what? I'll take it like a man. I'm not going to run away like some people will. It is what it is, isn't it? And I'll accept it. So before I get on to Caliban and those bums out there in a blue shirt, I will just want to address what did surprise me, and that was Madrid's approach, because I think for as bad as Chelsea were, I think today was more about how good Real Madrid were. And
but here's the thing. Why do you think, maybe obviously when we come to Wilson and also they can explain, it's like, why did Madrid have this approach to Chelsea, but they didn't have the same approach against PSG? Which is why I find interesting.
That's part of what I want to talk about, because again, I've watched quite a bit of Madrid. Again, I don't watch as much of them ever since Hazard became a flop, and that's became painful to watch. But obviously, I watched bits and parts of them in the Champions League. Obviously, some of the Liga games, including the Barcelona game, where they were obviously awful. But certainly today, they were aggressive, and they chose the right system to be aggressive with. That still gave them that compactness in defense. And I thought a big part of that was Valverde, because out of possession when they were defending, like the first couple of minutes, I thought, is he playing wing back? Like they're playing 5 at the back, but they were only playing as a 5 in defense. You
know what? I think that was the Benzema will take the prize with Modric, but I think Valverde was the real, because his athleticism is something that Asensio and Rodrigo just don't have. So the way the guy was just marshalling up and down, just proved to be problematic for Chelsea.
100%. And again, it was a point that I was trying to make yesterday before Sanction FC caught me, Diego Simeone's troops. But again, football nowadays is so much about tactics and it's so much about how you utilize certain players. And Valverde, why he's not going to be the best player in the world to be up for Ballon d'Ors, he was so well utilized in today's game, so effective, because he was playing wing back out of position. In position, he was dropping into pockets in midfield and connected with KCM. And then he was offering speed in behind and being a right winger, giving Aspilicueta nightmares on that wing. So he done a great job. Of course, you have to speak about Benzema, and I'm going to talk about Benzema more in detail when we get onto a certain other bum, a Farmers Liga merchant in Lewandowski later on. We're going to talk about who the real Don Dada of strikers is right now, and that's Benzema. Because we're going to talk about Lewandowski. I think I spoke about Salah yesterday as well. So
what's it called?
We'll get on
Twitter. Like I said, Levin Disney is trending on Twitter.
I'm not surprised, bro, because another big game where he doesn't turn up.
Hold on,
another big game he didn't turn up.
Don't do that.
What do you mean don't do that?
When you got Lakaka up front, did you see what he came on and did?
It's not Lewandowski.
But that has nothing to do with my football opinion, though.
Samuel, allow
nothing to do with my football opinion.
Ford, talk over them.
Don't do that nonsense. Don't do that nonsense.
No. When it comes to that, I'm gonna hook you lot.
It's Nagelsmann. That's the
whatever you can say whatever you want to say. Yeah, everybody relax. Let me finish my plane. All right, cool. Again, I defend only my opinions on football. I don't I defend Chelsea, and you guys can go me for the Chelsea tickets, cool. But I've been saying for time, Benzema is the best player on the planet. When everybody was on that Salah craze, they were like, oh, Salah this, Salah that. Benzema's only doing it in La Liga, and La Liga's not a good league. I'm like, no. watch La Liga. Benzema's doing crazy things, and he's doing it for France in the Nations League. He's been doing it for time. So put respect on Benzema's name for a start. I've been saying it for time. But listen, I've put enough hype on Real Madrid. Everybody here wants to hear me cuss up the players of Chelsea because they obviously let me down on my bold predictions. And I just want to put it out there straight away. I had these same bold predictions last year when Chelsea did outplay Real Madrid and looked like a very bad matchup for them. But obviously, so far, again, we're only halfway through the first leg. It has not worked out at all. I mean, big up to Carlo and Benzema. They outplayed us.
So you don't believe it's also so Chelsea can still get back in this?
I mean, I give us like a 10% chance. I'm not going to completely write us out, but obviously, like the backs are completely against the wall, against the packed Bernabeu, where they can sit back, hit us on the counter attack with Vini and Benzema. It's going to be a tall order.
They're not sitting forward. It's Real Madrid. They're not sitting back. They're not
going to sit back. But there's going to be portions of the game which are going to look like the second half, where they can just sit back, kind of soak up pressure, but then also hit us on the counter, which again they can do. And obviously have the legs of Valverde and maybe Camavinga in the midfield. But again, I've said a lot of nice things about Madrid. I've got to speak about our boys, HH. So they're not our boys. Not today. I don't lay claim to them today. I just got to call it as it is because they were shocking. And we got to start ahead of that, which is Thomas Tuchel. And look, again, I like the coach a lot. I think he's done great things for Chelsea. But I've said a lot of times this year that tactics...
No, hold up.
HH, come on, let me go on a run about stopping me every 5 seconds, bro.
No, Ford.
Look, I know what you're going to say. I'm not going to change my opinion. I'm not going to change my
favorite manager, and you rated him ahead of Mourinho. I want to just remember favorite manager, and you prefer him to Mourinho. Let us just remember. Continue.
Well, my favorite manager is actually in the other dugout. That is Don Carlo. I rate him for a lot for what he done in 2010, but. Anyways, I digress. I still rate Tuchel very highly, but again, I've been saying it for a long time, HH. I've been on the hangouts with you after all these post-matches. When we were winning the Club World Cup, had a tight game against Liverpool in the League Cup final, beating Burnley 4-0 even though it was undeserved, even after the Brentford emergency hangout where we got slapped. I've been saying it for a while that Tuchel, his talent ID for one is poor. Like his talent ID is shocking. And in terms of his squad management, it's even worse. Like playing Azpilicueta at left wing back against Real Madrid in the Champions League, bro. That's not the one. You've got to understand that you can't be doing that, bro. And I've said from day that you should have been giving Kennedy a run of games. Why did you bring him back when you know you have a liability like Alonso who's going to have drops in form where you're going to have to drop him? And we didn't have somebody like Kennedy to bring in today. Azpilicueta changes our complete system on the left-hand side. But again, Tuchel, he holds an L for that. Also the structure of the midfield because Real Madrid has so many pockets to play in and absolutely toy with us in the midfield. But I've got to go into certain individuals because, wow, there were some stinkers out there today. And as much as Tuchel deserves blame, there's obviously players that deserve blame. The worst, wow. It's difficult, man. It's difficult. I think for me, I was starting from the back. Obviously, Mendy had the biggest moment, obviously giving away that goal at the start of the second half. People say 4 at the back tax, but I think we looked better in the 4 at the back. It's just we conceded the goal straight away, so it really hurt our chances in that second half. Obviously, Christensen got absolutely destroyed by Vinicius, and again, that is something that I said. I think the biggest change from last season's Real Madrid to this season's Real Madrid is Vinicius. Like he stepped up, he's took the mantle, he's become a big game player, and his pacing behind caused Christensen nightmares.
Very clear, and I think because Suna reminded me of this. Last year they played, I think was it 5-3-2?
Thank you. That was the difference. It was 5 at the back last year.
And Vinny was playing as a left wing back.
No, right wing back.
Sorry, right wing back.
Yep.
So Vinny was actually playing in his preferred position. So we're actually facing the Real Madrid, so yeah.
Yeah, in many ways you can say that. And of course, last season it was Hazard and Benzema at front, and those are both players you like to drop into pockets and create. Whereas Vinicius, he just stood on the last man, giving Christensen absolute nightmares. So again, that was big for them. Christensen had, like I said, had a nightmare. Jorginho in the midfield, my goodness, bro. This lesbian, bro, like he can't run. Like he's got no athleticism, bro. Again, no offense to lesbians out there. Big up to you guys, you know, do your thing, but
for you already messed up already, so we're gonna scratch that.
No, that is what it is, bro. Like,
apart from that pass to Havertz, do you know that if Benzema had scored that chance in the first half, that would have been on Jorginho. You know, Jorginho messed up for that tackle.
100%. And so many errors in that first half. So many. And again, why Tuchel didn't take him off at halftime? God only knows. Again, I hope it was a Kante injury. I hope it's not a long injury, but it has to have been a Kante injury because why else would you take off him before Jorginho? Craziness. Of course, the one that people want me to talk about, the golden boy, of course, Mason Mount. Listen, man. Listen, man, I've always said, you know what? What I'll say is Mason Mount is having a much worse season this year than last year. And people will look at the stats and say, no, Mason Mount, his numbers are better this season. This is what we wanted.
Goals, assist, tax, yeah.
I know, and all the stat metrics are out there. And of course, last season we were saying that, yeah, it would be good if Mason Mount improves his numbers, of course, but we want him to improve as a player. And today, he was a big reason why we were getting passed through the midfield, because you have Jorginho at the back of the midfield who doesn't want to press man because he did not have the legs. You have Kante who's running around doing his thing, but he's pressing like... Kante's pressing can be quite erratic. It can work, like it worked in the first couple of minutes. He got Benzema out of there with a good tackle, played Everton behind him. It looked like we were going to be onto something there. But at the top of that press is Mason Mount, who kind of joins the attack as well as being in the midfield. And he left so many gaps behind him, pressing like a headless chicken, bro. Like, on so many occasions, he would just press out there running on a passion thing, saying, oh, why are you not behind me? Like, saying, oh, guys, come press with me. But no, you're setting the wrong pressing trigger, bro. You can't press by yourself.
So it should have been Kovacic, Kante in that midfield.
It should have been, and that's what I said. Obviously, I said it to you again. I'm not going to walk back what I said about being confident. I was confident Chelsea would win, but HH, you saw my DMs.
Yeah.
When I saw that lineup, bro, like I knew it was going to be a tough night. And obviously, again, I'd expect it to be 3-1, but I knew we were going to struggle. So again, there were a lot of duds out there, man. And obviously, even Lukaku coming on like, bro, man missed 2 sitters. I mean, bro, like,
it's like, my God, Ford, it's a free header.
Pain, bro.
No.
Pain.
The first one, if you get it on targets, that causes Courtois issues. But Courtois paper still says the second one, you get it on targets, that's bottom right. Get it on targets, that's bottom right.
I know, and the thing is, the sad thing about it, bro, is like even the first one, yeah, it's not as easy a chance, but it's the technique.
You have to connect, right? As a top striker, you should get that on target.
And that's the thing, bro. As a 90s,
the thing is, if that was Havertz, that's on target, and that's Havertz, not a striker. If that's Havertz, he scores at least one of those 2-headed chances.
HH, one thing, do you see? It's so funny because tonight you saw Benzema score 2 headers, and then you see Lukaku's chances that he's missed, and just look at the difference.
And those were much more difficult. And those chances that Benzema had were much more difficult.
Even Havertz's header was more difficult because
look, it's a mess. Okay, wait. Forward round.
It's just a round again.
Yeah, round up. Yeah.
Even with that first Lukaku header, bro, like you're a 97 million pound striker, but you should not be heading it with the wrong part of your head. Like those are just fundamentals. And again, for as much as part of his demise at Chelsea is also part of Tuchel's to blame because he's not got the best out of him. Again, system or not, I don't care what era of football we're in. You're a striker, bro. You got to be doing better with those chances, and he didn't do it. And even Ziyech missed a good chance in the second half. So we did have our chances to get back into the tie, but we didn't take them. And ultimately, we got what we deserved. I think a 2-goal lead for Real Madrid is absolutely the least that they deserved after how they dominated us over the first 50, 60 minutes of that tie. So obviously, like I said, I think I gave us a 10% chance of going through in the second leg. It's not impossible, but we've obviously got the chip stacked against us. So we'll see what happens, man.
So let me take some dubs, and then I want to come to Wilton and also for the Madrid perspective. So Ellard says, can we finally admit that Mendy isn't top 5 keepers? You can't allow one mistake to now say he's not top 5. That's ridiculous. Now, here's the thing, though. Even when Mendy was topped and so forth, go look at it. I've been saying for time that Courtois is the best keeper based on form. For a while, I've said that Courtois is the best keeper in the world. And Courtois has been the best keeper on form for at least the past 2 or 3 years. But come on,
and you know what, it's not the first time Courtois has come here in a Madrid jersey and dropped a masterclass at Stamford Bridge. But he done it with Atletico in 2014, and that save from Azpilicueta second half was nuts, man.
That was a crazy save. Eddie, thank you for the job, Eddie. Benz will go down as a bigger Real legend than CR7.
Relax.
He might be more beloved, you know. He might end up being more beloved.
You have to understand the dub. He's not good about perform. Like Cristiano scored more goals than games played. So in terms of performance, Benzema will never match him. Like for me, Raul is a bigger Real legend than CR7. Based on how people view him. So that's interesting because for me, I've never understood why Madrid fans have never really appreciated what Cristiano did in terms of his numbers. But you go to yourself with that. As much as Cristiano scored all those goals, Cristiano's footballing performance has never been at the level of Benzema. Cristiano's performance was based purely on numbers and stats.
Wait, it's just, what are you talking about, bro? You need
Performance-wise.
to
2011,
relax.
2012. Do you know what kind of player
Performance.
Cristiano was?
Wait, hold
Do
on.
you remember the kind of
It's
player
just-
Cristiano
well,
was in
it's
2011,
just like,
2012?
bro, relax, bro. And that's
Did
super
Cristiano
exciting.
ever play like the way that Spence was playing as a number 10?
I love
Okay, hold on. Let me get his jobs and
Well,
I'll come to you
why
guys.
is this
Relax,
relaxed?
Wilton, relax. I'll come to you guys. Relax, chill. Dajo RF, thank you for the dub, Dajo RF. Yet again, I'd like to emphasize that Real Madrid are rebuilding. And as a Real Madrid fan, I don't expect us to get far into the tournaments. Hashtag Kai to Real Madrid, hashtag La Liga tax. That's very key. This isn't Real's team. It's not their team. They're still in a rebuild mode. So it just goes to show, bro, that once, if they do get him, like, bro, imagine this team with Mbappe. Imagine Vini, Mbappe, Benzema. That's a cheat code. That is a cheat code, bro. Casey, thank you for the dog, Casey. If Moreno was not a scholar, we could have had an upset. We're going to talk about it, bro. We're going to talk about it. The chances that Villareal missed it didn't make any sense. Moreno pretty much missed an open goal. Yes, it was from about 40 yards out, but he pretty much missed an open goal. So it was wild. Casey again says, Kansé, Mount, all frauds. Did well against a half-injured Real. Oh, boo. Sims is a scholar. Kansé, disgraceful player, can't even pass. Carried by Pogba. That's it. Like he carried Pogba. Mount, false 10. Casey, relax. I'm worried about Frankfurt, bro. Mr. Mans, when Bayern doesn't score, Lever doesn't score. Ben, gold medal.
Okay, hold on. One second. You have to analyze that dub for a second.
Says when Bayern doesn't score, Lever doesn't score. So basically, he's
literally, yeah. When Bayern
wait. What? That makes no sense. Because if Bayern doesn't score, no one can score.
Lewandowski doesn't score.
That's a brick comment. That's a brick comment. That is a brick comment.
Hold on.
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. And say that I think his point is that if Bayern doesn't create chances for Lewandowski, he's not going to pull one out of the bag like Benzema does for Real Madrid.
That's too much
Again,
benefit
for Benzema
of the
today,
doubt.
It is a lot, but I will also say
Yeah,
that even
but
for the first goal
it's
today,
you're better
Benzema playing the
find
1-2 of
that
Vinicius, like Lewandowski isn't really doing those kind of things, especially in big games.
Which
He's not
is
dragging
like,
Bayern Munich.
Benzema is number one. Benzema is numero uno. Benzema's number uno. RR7 says Benzema only second to CR7 for clutch big game this generation, and he ain't done, man. Benzema ain't done, bro. And see, this is what you have to keep in mind. Benzema is doing this with a much weaker Madrid side. Cristiano had one of the best Real Madrid sides that they've ever had. Benzema is doing that with a greatly, yes, it's the same players, but it's a much older core. And younger guys. No Marcelo is there. Beast mode ain't
What does
there.
core have to do with this?
No core. KCM, Cruz, Casero, Modric, and so forth. No, not that core. No. David, thank you for the dub, David. Benzema FC got us, man. Yep. Real Madrid don't lose to Barca if Benzema played.
I don't know.
think
that game would have been more interesting than what I saw against Chelsea, man. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, you know that it would have been
100%.
interesting. Okay, so screw those Chelsea fans that were hyped when Real Madrid lost trust to Barca. Wait, which Chelsea fans? Who? Oh, you mean?
Yes. My favorite tweet. Backwards, you made my favorite tweet, man.
Hold up. Okay, RR7, thank you for the dub. 2022 Benzema greater than 2019 Messi.
Oh, chill.
RR7,
That's not true,
no,
man.
RR7.
This
not
is
true.
too much.
No. Basically, he's a Messi hater and Cristiano fan, but RR7, relax. Bro. That's a trash comment. Little Roxley said, Nagelsmann got blood on his hands for this. #LockFC. Bro. We'll get there, bro. We'll get there. We'll talk about that. Miss B Nation. Breaking news. Chelsea's new order is... Miss... That's better. So Patrick. Benzema is now the official owner of Chelsea FC. Oh, Lord in heaven, man. Mwongi Birigwa says, Benzema pre-assisted his first goal. This man is levels out of Lewandowski. No. See, that's what I want to say to you guys. Great header. That's outside of the foot's pass to Vini. A lot of people are missing that play. That was key to the play. MZB just said, Jujuman equals Mika Richards.
I was going to say this, How are you only giving Benzema his respect now, bro? He's been doing it for time.
Bro.
Yeah,
You
But
see,
true,
Ford.
the-
No, Ford. Mika.
He was a fullback, man.
Ford.
Forgive him,
Look,
man.
no. Look what he looks like. That guy, he's a clown. The guy's a clown, man. Come on, man.
Yeah,
You
but
see him on
guys,
TPS,
like,
they're always
I think, look,
dancing, like
I think
being the
that's
butt of
harsh. That's
Jimmy
harsh.
Jimmy
Like,
Carragher's
Ford,
jokes.
let's
you know?
no,
That's a bit harsh.
Let's
That's
not
a
have
bit
that
harsh.
convo. No, Ford.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
not have that
harsh.
convo. Let's not have that convo.
Well,
No.
let's not
No,
disrespect the black man,
Zima,
man.
Zima, shush. Okay.
By the way, that was just one L. Like that's harsh. Like I have a lot of W's. Like that,
Wait, so,
that's just one L.
yeah, right.
We'll have another
Okay.
convo about Mika.
Wait, hold on. Wasif Raha says back-to-back CL knockout hat-tricks. Only the second player to do. Also, Cristiano is the only other player to do back-to-back hat-tricks in a knockout.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a
Benz-
stat, bro.
That's not.
Bro, that's a small
That is a
company,
stat.
bro. Zoateng TV says Football Heritage CFC 03 to 2022, Real Madrid 1902 to 2022, Benz Loop. Aren't you a United fan, Zoateng TV? I believe you're a United fan. Yeah. CA says Loke, Mendy, and Lukaku dropping disaster classes whilst Havertz is saving Chelsea week in, week out. Maybe the Chelsea fans. Whoa. See, okay.
Easy.
That's it. That's
Dark.
That's a red.
okay. It's a red. Chelsea's white only
Abdullahi is
supporter.
good for that.
No Alonso, no Timo. Wonder how Baldy will blame. Okay. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Daniel, guys, if Atletico had Bielsa, De Azebi or Ten Hag, La Liga would be popping off. Yeah. No, bro.
No, Bielsa is not a better manager than Diego Simeone.
Bro,
I'm sorry,
bro.
man. Bielsa isn't. Like, I like Bielsa, but he ain't
I mean,
that.
after what that guy pulled, Bugs Bunny is a better manager, bro. After what that guy pulled.
It's just relax, bro. Relax.
Bugs Bunny. Hold on. Tapua Mutsa, man. Thank you for the dub, Tapua, man. Forward.
Backward.
Oh, yes. Yes, my favorite tweet.
You see,
Forward,
you see, Ford. Whenever I try to warn, you know, understand the internet. You know what do they call it? They call it the digital footprints. These things, they get saved.
Oh, I think it's a mistake. It's just take away the question mark and then you're good.
This is Real Madrid. People wanted me to fear on the half hope. Yeah. I mean, look, forward, man. Forward.
But like I said, man, look, you say things with your chest sometimes, and sometimes it backfires, bro. It is what it is. But I'm here to hold the
I was
court.
trying to see, Ford. Being humble costs you nothing. It costs you nothing, man. Latin Rosario, backwards, come outside. I wouldn't.
Relax, you got knocked out by Villareal.
Bro, I'm here, man. I'm here. If anybody wants to talk, ask questions, bro, I'm here, man. It is what it
JJ
is.
Bridge says, Thomas Tuchel is going through a divorce right now, so cut him some slack. Bro, it was this dreadful performance today, though. Hashtag Tuchel ball. JJ, you see, okay, now look. Let's be real. Going through a divorce is horrible. My parents went through a messy divorce. It's horrible. All because he's going through a divorce doesn't mean that we can't criticize him for bad managerial decisions. I mean, like, are we wrong there? So it's not because you're going through a divorce, we should go easy on you if you're doing your job badly.
Yeah, this is not the channel to do that, man. This is not the channel where you look for sympathy, man.
Yeah, I mean, no.
If you ask for sympathy, people are gonna go more hard on too.
Yeah, no. I mean, sorry, no. Like, sorry. I mean, sure. I hope everything works out for him, but we're here. Football is football, and you will be judged based on what you're doing in football. We can't just be like, oh well, because you're going through a divorce, we have to now go easy on you when we now analyze this stuff footballing wise. No, we can't do that, bro.
Divorce tax is too far, you know.
Divorce
Man,
sex.
David T. When I said Chelsea's CL win was part of a purple patch last season, I got flamed on Twitter. David, nothing will take away that CL win. We deserved it. We won it, and it's set in stone. And we're still the legitimate winners. So stop hating, man.
How do you
Lead
win a
level
Champions
Ludo.
League on a purple patch?
So
That
sorry.
makes no
Congrats
sense.
to the new owner of Chelsea FC, Benz. Wait, when last
Big
did your club win a major
Benz.
trophy? I don't know. When last did your club win a major trophy? Vilton, talk to me, man. Vilton, talk to me, Vil.
Man, wallahi, man. Inshallah, man. I hope Conte took Modric's jersey this time because last year you're too loud. It's just too loud, bro. I know Conte was amazing against Madrid last season, but bro, you say Conte was the
Vilton, if Kante was fit, if he was fully fit, you'd see.
That's what we said last season. That's what me, Montaha, and Osasuna would say last season. But you said nah. Conte just destroyed us. But honestly,
Relax, I wasn't an Osasuna fan last season.
no. But okay, Daddy's back. Daddy's back with the Vinicius avatar.
Look, just keep going.
But honestly, I didn't expect this like this ideal result. I thought the best result we could have got tonight was maybe a 1-0 or draw, honestly, because I didn't expect this because Chelsea was such a bad matchup for us because one Chelsea has history for them, right? We have never beat Chelsea, this and that. Tuchel in this cup competition, his record is insane, but record are meant to be broken. But shout out to Casemiro, man. Casemiro, I know he's been horrible this season, but he was bossing that midfield, man.
No, he played well. He had a big game.
Carvajal did hands down his best performance this entire season. It's crazy. Carvajal has been so shit, but
yeah, Carvajal bold.
But you could also say because he had another roadrunner merchant Valverde on his flank, maybe that's why he played so well. Because Valverde is pretty much our contact at Chelsea. This guy never gets tired. He's all over the field, bro. Stamina merchant, just keep running, and that's what Chelsea did with us last season. You guys had energy, pace, and power, and what did we do? We play pace and power today too. So Chelsea got to taste a bit of their medicine. Because I was watching Jamie Carragher analysis on the game. He said Real Madrid today played like a Premier League team. Like the way we were fighting for the 50-50 ball. Madrid turned back the clock again. I don't know. This guy might actually not be 36. We might have to actually go and check this guy bone structure, man. Because there's no way this guy's 36 still doing this kind of performance. I'm not saying we through yet because I'm not itches. I'm not gonna.
But you're almost there, bro.
We have one foot in the semis because it's gonna be very hard for Chelsea to go through. They're gonna have to beat us 3-0. And again, I don't know how. Do you think Marcos Alonso should have played today instead of Azpilicueta?
Wouldn't have made a difference.
Because Venny was tormenting you. Venny could have scored today too. It was unlucky.
That is the one that hit the crossbar.
Yeah, the crossbar. When he missed that, I really thought, oh God, it's not our day, is it? It's not our day. But Benzema, just like that, he flipped the game on his own. Should have had a first half hat trick. Honestly, he missed like an easy goal against Mendy, but Mendy did the same thing over Brentford, that mistake of passing the ball out to Rudiger. I don't know why he did that. You see Benzema's coming at you. Like, why would you pass the ball like that? But I'll take it. We got it 3-1. I'm not saying Chelsea are out yet because I've seen strange stuff in the UCL, man. But I'm just happy the second leg is at home at the Bernabeu, which means the players, they're going to be up for it. They can't take their foot off the pedal. But it's just, I just wanted to kick Chelsea out because realistically, I've said this. Whoever goes through this, I don't think it's gonna be City. Honestly speaking, like honestly, like you just saying that because you're just trying to reverse James.
No. So rest not being real. I'm being real, man. I'm being real.
But shout out to Jorginho, man. Jorginho.
Shout out.
Shout out to the third best player in the world who robbed Benzema of his spot last season. They were telling me this guy's the third best player in the world. Reece James wasn't particularly that well on the night. Kai Havertz, he showed up. Lukaku, this is why you need a good number 9. Benzema scored Lewandowski. I guarantee scored that goal. They get a wide open.
It was wide open, bro. Wide open. Wide open.
I don't want to hear that he wasn't in the game yet. That's wide open. You're a top striker. They pay $100 million for you. They pay pretty much. Chelsea bought Lukaku for these moments because Tammy Abraham wasn't delivering. And one thing I'm happy also, we're the first big club to have scored 3 goals against this Chelsea side, I believe, under Tuchel. Liverpool haven't done it yet. City hasn't done it yet. United haven't done it yet, and we did it.
Yeah, well, Mendy tax. That's
it was only like West Ham, West Brom, and Brentford, right?
No, I'm talking about big club performance, right? Because let's be real, like Chelsea shows up against the big teams, right? And for Tuchel to concede 7 goals now in 2 games is crazy because this is the crazy part because you guys been so good defensively this season. That's why I was so worried about this tie. Thiago Silva, Rudiger, Mendy. You guys been on it this season. Even Reece James. I know he didn't play particularly well tonight, but you guys been very solid defensively. I don't know what happened tonight. Maybe the Brentford game wasn't a blip after all.
I was trying to sell to people. I said that Brentford game, it wasn't a blip. But guys said, oh, no. But I said maybe that game wasn't a blip.
Question, do you think Chalobah or Sarr should have started instead of Christensen today? Because why start a player that's on his way out? Like, because he was horrible today, honestly, Christensen. He wasn't that good today. I don't know why not play Chalobah. And Conte was not up for it at all. Mason Mount...
No. I said no. I said again, if Kante doesn't have an amazing game, Chelsea don't beat Real Madrid. Because Kante is needed to shut down KCM. So,
shout out to Tony Kroos, I think just to answer Vilton's question, so just to answer your question, obviously on Christensen again, that comes down to the manager because you're watching him on a daily basis in training, and he even said in a press conference because he was asked about the whole Christensen deal to Barcelona.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me come into Osasuna.
Shout out to Tony Cruz. Let me just round up. Shout out to Tony Cruz. I know most Madrid still been shitting on this guy, but he showed up tonight. He played very well today. So shout out to him, man. Ben Zizou, man. Ballon d'Or, man.
Osasuna, tells me Osasuna.
I liked that game. That game was a lot of fun to watch. Ancelotti really took it old school.
He's jinxing everybody.
Really took it.
She be jinxing everybody, bro. And I saw that picture of him before the game with Kante before the game, and I already knew what time it was from then. So don't count on my goat, man. It's just one of them days, bro. It happened.
Look, man.
Yeah.
No. Real. They played well, man. And I just think that Benzema is a serious player, bro.
Yeah.
Benzema is a serious player.
I think the way that Ancelotti did the thing with Valverde, it makes a lot of sense, because I'm even thinking like the guy was literally playing Asensio the entire season just so he could bait someone into thinking, haha, I'm actually not going to play Asensio, because the whole thing about Azpilicueta on the left is that you can defend a left foot shot from Asensio, but we didn't have Asensio today. So, I mean, I think that's why Tuchel put him there, and unfortunately we didn't start with Asensio, and we just never fixed that, which made a problem with Valverde all day. Funny enough, Valverde was always cutting inside, but that's another thing to talk about. I liked KCM. KCM was very good. Casemiro was fantastic. He won everything. He was literally, I think he won like 15 tackles or something. I haven't checked his stats or something. It just felt like he won 15 to 20 tackles today.
And
everything he went for.
No yellow cards today too, bro.
Yeah, and no yellow cards, which is a shocking thing.
Wait. No yellow cards for Casemiro. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, Militao got the yellow card.
Yeah, Militao got the yellow, yeah.
Mendy is, whoa, this guy is a very risky player.
It's one mistake, man.
No, I'm talking about Fela. This guy is...
First half he looked shaky. Second half, the guy.
Yeah, I
remember that run that he went on in the second half. I was like,
what is this guy doing? I mean, it's cool and all, but where did this come from? Like, he's usually more defensively solid. Yeah, he provides an outlet for on the left side, but usually we rely on Vinicius for that, and we rely more on Carvajal on the right. We always play with.
But also, sorry, but that's a funny thing though. Is like, if Chelsea in an alternate universe had Mendy and Carvajal, do you know it's a different game? Like, It is so important, especially in today's game, having fullbacks who can actually play.
Exactly.
Azpilicueta, Alonso, these guys, they don't know how to play for football. Alonso knows how to play, sort of, but he's defensively horrendous. So,
yeah, I mean, and Reece James was... Ironically, everyone was saying that Vinny would get pocketed by Reece James. It was Reece James that got pocketed by Vinny, which was really strange to watch. But so I think the big thing in this game was, I think, our build-up play. Every single time, it was always Courtois to a defender, and we let Chelsea press us, which is super interesting because we haven't played like that all season. We have never played like that, and to think that...
So basically, put some respect to that. Because a lot of guys were saying Carlo is old, he's washed, he's useless, he's crap, old fogey. Carlo deserves some respect after the abuse that the guy's been receiving, bro.
And I mean, he's taken a tie that I thought was a very bad matchup, and he's completely turned it around on his head with the tactics and with Benzema. So I think the thing that Ancelotti that impressed me was he knew that Chelsea would press, but he also trusted that Modric, Kroos, Casemiro would be able to play through that press, as they have always been able to do, instead of what Zidane did last season, of where he didn't trust it, and he tried to tinker around, and Conte could just do his thing because we weren't organized. Today, the midfield was very clear. We had the identity. Of we play through that press, and because we knew that Conte would press aggressively, and that's why Tuchel took him off at halftime, because Conte, the way he was pressing, it was only just leading to us getting more and more chances going forward. So I think that's why Tuchel took that decision, and that's why Jorginho stayed, because Jorginho at least offers some kind of control, and he at least gave that pass for Thingy to score that goal, which, by the way, was so unnecessary that we concede that, but it is what it is. I think overall, I really like this game.
Tie over?
I think it's over. I think it is. I think just the fact that we took it so old school, and we basically just made Chelsea just... It reminded me of a match that you would see in like the early 2010s, late 2000s, you know? Like, just very physical, very... Like, we played like, as Vilton was saying, like a Premier League team.
If Chelsea get an early goal, if Chelsea gets an
Yeah,
early
but
goal,
we have that thing of we are so horrible to play against. Real Madrid is so horrible to play against because of Casemiro, because of players like that, and because you can't press them. It's awful playing against Real Madrid every time, unless you're Barcelona and we don't have Benzema. That's the one time. But playing against us is a nightmare. Even if we go 1-0 down, we're going to be working, and it's going to be a nightmare for Chelsea to even get past us because they have no creativity. You need dribblers to get past us. That's why Mbappe was so good, because he could dribble with pace at the defense and finish it off. Chelsea don't have that. Chelsea don't have anything like that. And so their goal has to come from slow, controlled build-up play, which we can just defend easily. So I think Chelsea are not scoring more than one goal.
Okay. So let me just take some Joseph, and I want to hear from other guys, and also we'll be bringing some new guys. And those guys, I'll try and create some space for guys that want to come in, man. Let me just hit these dubs real quick. So guys, let's keep it nice and brief. Cases backwards versus PSG INC, battle of the bricks. No. PSG INC is worse. Say what you want about Ford and so forth. PSG INC is a living, walking L. So PSG INC, he's a law was bro. Come on. David T. Thank you for the dub, David T. Chelsea about to be bought by a vitamin D David, don't. Basically, rickets. Relax, man. Eddie. Thank you for the dub, Eddie. Only reason I say this is for longevity. And CR7 left because Florentino didn't want to give him big money. Rightfully so. Benz has delivered. For your information, CR7 fan. Oh, okay. So I think he's probably saying that Benzema is a bigger legend and everything because of the longevity tax. I mean, look, man, yeah. Because obviously Benzema will have. Wait, so did Benzema and Cristiano come in the same summer?
Yeah, I think it was them. And was it Kaka or?
And Kaka, 2011, wasn't it? Yeah. Longevity tax, bro. Bash, thank you for the dog, Bash. Don't forget. Oh, was he fasting?
Well, what time did the game start? Was it? Did he break the fast before the game or?
Yeah. Okay. No. That's. But sometimes fasting actually makes you. Wait a minute, cause Kante was also fasting as well. So maybe
Yeah, come on.
Look, I'm just trying to look at something. BUE CR with great performances at left wing. No business with number 10. Yeah. Primera Marmon, I think the Villareal knocking out Bayern HH. No, but we'll talk. David T. Lukaku's girl. Oh my God, David. Jesus, man. Nicholas Akeke, man. Thank you very much.
She might also file for divorce.
Easy, relax, easy. I didn't know he was good. That's how you know Luluman is such a casual. I would celebrate because it's only the first leg. But shout out to Wilton. We rise. Ford, don't worry. Ford, do you still support this Project Neymar nonsense?
Bro, Project Neymar. Bro, Neymar's gonna win the World Cup this year.
No. Project Neymar is Hudson Odoi.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, what?
Ford, are you still promoting Project Neymar?
Why would I not, bro? That's exactly who we were missing today, but anyway, that's a story for another day.
Please leave it for another millennium, man. Please, man.
God.
Chris says,
Neymar.
LL, can Chelsea complete Doi? Degree of impossibility. Hashtag Lakaka.
No.
Anything is possible. Anything is possible.
I don't know why people are saying the tie is over. It's not
over.
Wilton, congrats. You're in the same.
Oh no, okay, wait. RR7 says, so you can't argue Benzema carry job over Messi 2019. Look,
that's not even an argument.
Fanboy.
Not even close.
Messi was a freaking carry. Look, this guy's just a freaking fanboy. No, Messi's carry job was insane. It was a freaking insane, bro.
Well, let me just say this: if Benzema does get past PSG, which was they were underdog in that tie, especially after the first leg, they get through Chelsea, who they lost to last year. They then get through Pep's Man City in a semi-final, and they beat Liverpool in a final, bro. Like.
Well,
that's one of the greatest Champions League runs ever, bro. If he gets
this
there.
is it.
I'm saying if he gets there, yeah.
I'll give you. LSG is LSG. Chelsea took out divorce tax. If Benzema leads,
there's a tax on everything. There's a tax on everything.
Wait. If Benzema leads these guys past Man City, we have to have a conversation. We'll have a conversation. Don Carlo Ancelotti, we beat CFC as wow. Zad wasn't even in the squad, bro.
No, he had surgery. Remember, he had surgery.
Oh, surgery. Oh, wow. Okay. AR, Arsenal fan in hiding. Why does Mount start? Kovacic would have been better. Bro, ask Chelsea fan boys. Because
I don't understand why he started him. Because energy, you need passion merchant run around. Like, you need that energy.
And Vilton, what did that passion? See, I saw what Vilton's passion. So I saw what Valverde's passion did. What did Mount's passion? I was confused. Look, I haven't eaten.
That's how I know, man. Vilton is your Mason Mount, bro.
Yeah. So Wendell says Tuchel hasn't improved the attack since Lampard. Now that the defense is garbage, so is the team. Wendell, don't mention that clown because we're going to talk about that clown, bro. We're going to talk about that clown. We're going to talk. Ford, we're going to talk. I told you this is going to be a long hangers, but
the lamp.
Eddie, fellow Madrid fans, thank God Asensio did not leave the field today. I was praying for Asensio, bro. I so wanted Asensio to start, bro.
I am so glad he didn't play, man.
Damn it, man. Mika Johnson, Chelsea still go through Tuchel masterclass.
No, it's not happening. It's not happening.
Okay, so guys, let's try and keep this brief because there are guys that are waiting to come in. So let me come to Cobham. Talk to me, Cobham, man. Let's keep it nice and brief. Cobham, talk to me.
HH, I haven't watched Chelsea in. This is like my first time watching Chelsea since.
Wait a minute. Aren't you a Chelsea fan?
Yes.
Okay.
Specifically because I was like, international break, Chelsea coming back. This is a bad time to watch Chelsea. And I had to go somewhere to work. So I didn't have internet connection. And the radio was talking about Liverpool and Man City games. So when I came out, I looked at the scoreline. I was like, I wonder what the Chelsea-Brentford scoreline was. I looked at my phone. I then turned it back off. Turned it back on again just to see, there could be some dodgy. Why did we lose 4-1, HH? How? At home.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was like, all right, cool. And then I completely forgot about the Champions League because I've got uni work. So I turned the game on at like 30 minutes in. I was like, we're 2-0 down. How? Then I saw the goals and I was like, Jesus, Lord have mercy. This sums up why Chelsea are so bad. Like, there's Jorginho. HH, I apologize to you because
thank you.
I had a the smallest of hope that Jorginho isn't that bad.
It's always good to apologize. Thank you. It's always good to come around.
The smallest. My God in heaven, he is. How is he? He's bad. He's the worst midfielder to be a midfielder.
He's bad.
Ever.
You know he was voted the third best player in the world. Just saying.
Oh Lord, that's a shame. Kante has had a stinker of a 2022 year. He's only had maybe one or two good performances, but he's had a stinker. And because everyone else is poor, it deflects from his poorness.
No. And also, come on, I'll be real with you, bro. I'm actually now worried against Southampton this weekend. Like, come on, things could get really nasty for Chelsea. I'm saying really nasty.
Thank God for Patrick Vieira. Because if Arsenal are 2 points behind Chelsea, this team is crumbling. Oh boy! And then we score a goal. I was like, yes, okay, 2-1. We can do something in the second half. And then I see Mendy, and I was like, oh no. Hey,
I didn't even celebrate that goal.
I was like, there has to be like some offset. Where's Ashton Kutcher, fam? I've been pranked. There's no way Mendy, who has saved this team over and over again, has just done that. And I was like, this tie is over. Because you're asking Chelsea to do two things. Score 3 goals at the Bernabeu with no reply. With Lukaku as an option.
Well, 2 goals penalties is still on the cards. 2 goals penalties.
With this team.
Have hope.
With this team. Hey Chase, there was only 2 good players on this pitch for Chelsea, and they were like a 7 out of 10 at best. Reece James and Kai Havertz. The rest were crap. Christensen, should not sniff this pitch ever.
No, but he's already off to Barca already. So I blame Suleiman, Zeman, and Abdul for player tapping.
I'm a Liga fan, so I don't know what
always-
you're going
I blame Suleiman, Zeman, and Abdul for player tapping. So
Don't bring me into it.
People have been hyping this guy for the last year and a half. And I've watched this guy too much to go, he's average. He will never be world class. He's just a good defender. That's it. That's all he will ever be. Because he's done this on multiple occasions of just not knowing whether to come or go, whether to stick with your man or not stick with your man. He did this against Zenit. He's done this now. He's done this multiple times. Bro, he's just not a world-class defender. So that's why I'm not upset when he's leaving. Azpilicueta should have been replaced time ago, because anytime you stick a fast, energetic player against Azpilicueta, you're causing yourself problems. Mason Mount, I love you. I respect what you did in the Champions League final. Or bro, it's not looking good for you. Yeah, this is bad. Bad.
Wait, okay. So before I go to the dubs, you see, this is why I find hilarious. So this joker called LSK Laxon, when United gets destroyed, embarrassed, and so forth, you can't find this guy. This guy's not to be seen. But whenever Chelsea go bad, I always show. Ford always shows his face. Cobb always shows his face. Now you come with the joke. See, YSK, have you heard the term "keep the same energy"?
Because Kante's so. I'll admit Kante's not been great. It's not been great. But if there is a game to flip the script, if there is a game to remind people who you are, see, once you hear that.
No way.
I'm gonna say 2-1 Chelsea.
Wow.
2-1 Chelsea.
Wow.
Chelsea get this 2-1. I think it's gonna be a response. Chelsea respond 2-1. Yeah, Chelsea gonna get it. Chelsea gonna get it. We'll go get it. We'll go get it. We'll go get it. We'll go get it. We'll go. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it.
YSK, meet your mic.
Oh my god.
Yo, HH, you shouldn't be allowed to put these videos up, man.
There is so
It's
much
not copyright music.
and there is so much.
It's still
to
going.
break
It's still
down.
going.
So I am gonna try my best to try and break down all the different nuances of this game.
No, I've listened to I've listened to most of the nuances of this game being broken down.
Wait. What's a quick question? Well, what position are United in the league?
Now, bro, I'm just here to celebrate the best team in the world.
No, what about just it's a simple question. Like I don't know. Why is it just like what position? What position in the league?
No, I understand. Yeah, N'Golo can't take it anymore.
Well, I said, you know what is mad? I don't even play forward anymore. Now hearing that play HH.
No. See, now forward, man. I've been there before, man. I've been in that. I've made that humble pie before, man. But anyway, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. You still gotta go to the Bernabeu. But you did say hashtag bring on April 6th. I remember that. You did say that. Man, bro, you know what it is.
All the haters are here, man. Flip it now.
Oh no! They're all here.
Wait,
from
guys,
from the woodwork. From the woodwork.
We're not haters. We're fans. Our season.
Shut
our
up,
season.
man.
Me and Red Devil Studio, who was managed to grace his presence over. Our season is over. We are finished. As United fans, our season is over. So the only football we have left to watch is the best team in the world, which happens to be Chelsea. That's why we're here. We're fans. We're fans of this game.
All right. Wait. Let me just take this dose because you're going to relax for now because I'm just going to take this dose, man. So Casey, every week teams versus Timo become difficult to. No, Timo is worse. Relax. Timo is worse. I don't care what Timo is worse. But Teams is getting there. Teams is getting there, man. Eddie, thank you for the job, Eddie. HH said, I love to join the Hankers. Okay, no, send me a message, bro. Send me a message and send me a message, bro. And I'll try and get you in. I'm trying to get as many guys in as possible. Astafan and Heidi. I think the team selection was wrong. Yech, Kova offer more than Mount. I know. I see Madrid nabbing the Verts in 2 years. Hell no. He's starting to blossom. No. Havertz is going nowhere, bro. No. Havertz is staying at Chelsea. Relax. Abris Frere, HH, would you take Ozil right now over J 5 miles per hour? Yes, I would. 1,000%. 1,000% I would take Ozil over this effing clown. Oh, and here he is. LSK Laxon. Saying, if Chelsea had Cavalla and Mendy, it'll be a different game. It's like me saying, if half... Why is K Jackson? Let me just, okay, so before I come to Abdul, I want to just pull up something real quick, because this just gives me joy. So I think, so guys, can you just please tell me what you see on this screen? Wait, hold on. Is that United in 7th? Guys, is that Man United in 7th?
Yeah, I mean, let me count for you.
Is that United in 7th?
So City in first place, Liverpool in second. Is that the league contenders in third? For some reason, why they're in third? Tottenham in 4th, Arsenal in 5th, West Ham. Yeah, no, we're in 7th.
West Ham 6th, United.
We're 7th, yeah.
I just wanted to say 7th. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
fine. Abdul, talk to me, man. Abdul, talk to me.
Is because we're gonna pop signing. We're gonna pop signing, okay? We're gonna pop signing. We're gonna just pop signing a little bit because I'm gonna talk just a little bit. I'm gonna talk a little bit. Yes, we'll talk about Musiala and Juve, but before I want to talk about truth. So before when I get back, guys, I'm gonna give you about 10 seconds. Because the intro will play for about 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, I want you to drop a look. This is called the drink of Luke. The drink of Luke.
Abdul, Mitch, Abdul, stop it.
Benzema is horrible. An absolute disgrace.
Abdul, what are you doing? Abdul, what are you doing?
Disgrace. He is useless. He's rubbish. He's gutter trash. And he's an insult to any professional football player. Even Sunday league players are better than that piece of crap that I'm seeing. Complete and utter crap. And he should feel ashamed of his existence on a football pitch, because what that is right there is uselessness. He should slap himself.
Abdul, I will throw you out. Abdul.
So 100%, I'm thinking of starting.
Z-Man, talk to me about Zima. No. This is a football analysis show. No, this is a football analysis show. This is not a receipt central. Zima.
There was analysis.
Zima, thoughts on the game. Thoughts on the game.
No, so shout out to Abdul, man. I just want to say, man, Rudiger is one of the worst defenders. No, he's not. He's not.
Can you pull up my AV? Can you pull up my AV out, please?
Such a horrible defender.
Can you just pull it up, please?
Please zoom into his AV, man. Zoom into his AV.
Lord.
Yes. This guy, one of the worst. Like, I'm tired of this hype. Can we be honest, Chelsea fans? This guy is a back five.
Wait, hold up. Ziman,
he's
who
not
played?
A great center back.
Wait, Ziman. Last year in the first leg CL, in the semi-final, who played the through ball to Pulisic for the goal?
Oh, so now we're judging defenders based on their offensive
I was just asking.
output.
It's a simple question.
That's really impressive, man. Listen, man. Rudiger, like this guy's demanding 12 million a year. This guy's not worth that. He should be grateful that he's getting paid as a professional. If you ask me, I mean, you look at Silva, another guy that was rated as being this game changer, this incredible player, and you see why they play with the back seven. Because you can't depend on one defender by themselves. And Christensen. Listen, man, for all I know, from what I saw, bro, you're no different from Longley, man. Just stay where you're at, Christensen. Like I said, man, this guy, when we were linked to him, I said this guy is nothing special. He's just another Eric Garcia. He might slightly be better at driving the ball, but that's about it, man. And to be honest with you, Jorginho, man, listen.
He's trash. He's trash. What else? What else is new? He's trash.
No, I was told this guy was one of the best players in the world. I was told this guy's distribution is incredible. I was shown stats by a certain person that said that this guy's amazing. He had incredible Euros. And I'm just wondering, what does Jorginho offer? He doesn't offer that much. He's not great on the ball. He's not press resistant. This guy doesn't control the flow of the game. I mean, his distribution is okay.
Simon, but wait, Simon. He's a penalty expert. He's a penalty specialist.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. The only case where that would really help is if he was the penalty expert for France when they needed him against Switzerland, because Mbappe couldn't do anything about it. But that's for another talk, man. And let's go to your boy, man. Let's go to your boy Mount, bro. Mount. This.
He's not my boy, Simon. He'll never be my boy. So relax.
Is this the best that the academy has to offer? I refuse to believe an academy that's been winning trophies.
Cobham's finest, man.
I refuse to believe this is your guy. This guy can't be your guy. This guy can't be the image of your youth, man. This is embarrassing, bro. This guy. What does he do? Like, this guy, he kept on pressing for no reason. He's like, his positioning is awful. Offensively, he wasn't doing that much. This guy kept putting players in pressure. Like, N'Golo Kante was trying to pass it to this dude, and this guy was looking for N'Golo Kante immediately. And N'Golo Kante was just like, he knew it was gonna be a long day with having a midfielder in front of him like that. And it's just like, and N'Golo Kante, double pivot merchant, smiling merchant. This still is the case.
World Cup winner, Premier League winner, FA Cup winner.
See, man, he got his 10,000 steps in, man.
YSK, cars are still active. YSK, what cars are still active? They're still active. So relax.
No, bro, this guy was running everywhere, bro.
Bro, that guy's Apple Watch is popping off, man.
YSK, you're gonna relax.
Wait, hold on, Z-Man. So you're telling
miles in his shoes, man.
Wait, Z-Man, are you telling me Werner and Kante did cardio sessions in both games?
No. You guys know how African parents be talking about going from one village to another when they were a kid, all the way running 200 miles.
Guys, what is this? Simon, come on. Simon, relax.
No. Shout out to my hero, man. N'Golo Kante, shout out to my hero, man. And Mendy, it's not your fault, man. You're the best black representative when it comes to goalkeepers, so I don't want to go too hard on you.
Maybe Bram knew something, man. Maybe he is worth 50K after all.
Bram was holding out for the real deal, man.
Sorry. Oh, that's the yellow, bro.
Bram was holding out for the real deal, man. But yeah, man. Shout out to 50.
So is the tie over?
No.
Of course not. Go on.
It's not, man. It's not. You guys are still in this. You guys still have Lukaku who missed the header. That was a clearance. That wasn't even a header, man, on target. That was a clearance. That was perfect defending. Why did that cleared at the right moment, bro? That's a center back. That's not a striker.
Man, it's funny you mention that.
Why are you guys lying to these Chelsea fans? It's over. Don't lie to them. It's over.
No.
Come on, it's over.
Do you know the way this channel goes? It's not over.
No. Do you know? Because Patrick is waiting for the winner. Because Patrick already knows that his boys are in the semi. So Patrick is waiting for the winner.
You dare.
Patrick, you're waiting for this.
Don't you dare.
That's why because do you know what Patrick said to me in the day? And Patrick said, "Look, we're already done with those like 5-5-0 bomb-ass losers, man. So look, just so you see, like look, Tim, Chelsea thinking who's popping through because we're trying to prepare for the semis and everything like that. So it is what it is. Zima, so it's over. It's over.
Shout out to Chelsea, man. Shout out to Chelsea, my favorite London team. My favorite women's team. And I just want to say, man, I'm looking forward to the next leg. I'm sure you guys have enough in the mall. You guys have the German Zidane, Abdullahi would say. Where's Abdullahi at? This guy's supposed to be here talking about Chelsea. He told me that they were going to win by 4 goals, but apparently he's not here, man.
And thank the Lord. Samuel, talk to me, man.
All right, let me get this straight. So let's take you back, guys, to the weekend. Chelsea fans did a protest Bearing in mind, only 200 people came. So, you did a protest about... you did a protest about not wanting the Rickets. You held 4 at your home ground against Brentford. Then you came to your home ground again and held 3 against Real Madrid. In 2 days, you held 7 and replied with 2 goals.
Samuel, you know what's even... Sam,
Abdul.
Wait, Sam, you know what's even worse? They had to fight to get like Chelsea fans into the, you know what I mean?
Where are the black fans? Where are the black fans in that march, bro?
They're still fucking stuck in the train, man.
Nah, they told him get in the back of that protest.
But did you know what I find funny? Chelsea are still the the legitimate Champions League winners, though.
CCL, man. CCL.
The legitimate Champions League winners. So keep joking, though. Keep joking.
But anyways, let's just get back to business, man. Look, Real Madrid outplayed you guys, and I was actually quite surprised about it. I'm not even gonna lie. Again, pull up my AVI. This guy's a fraud. I'm so sorry. Chelsea fans were trying to tell me, oh, he's on the level of Van Dijk. He's one of the best defenders in the world. 5 at the back tax. I cannot scream that enough. I want to take you back to like 2 years ago where Frank Lampard was in charge. Didn't Chelsea fans want this guy out of the club? Don't you remember?
Cycles. No. But Samuel, don't do that. Rudiger played an integral role in Chelsea winning the UCL, so don't do that.
No, but
don't
not
do that.
Good. Like for the money that he's asking, he's not that good. But anyway, that's the least of your problems right now. I'm not even gonna lie to you. As I said to you, I think it was either Osasuna or Vilton made the good point the last stream. Zidane messed it up last season. He tried to play 5 at the back and tried to match Chelsea. That was not Real Madrid's game. What Ancelotti did was brilliant. He played Real Madrid's game 4-3-3, but he had Valverde on the right wing. But technically, he wasn't really a right winger. He was practically a right wing back, and that nullified a lot of your attacks. Now, I was actually going to get onto Vinicius, but he actually played well today. Vinicius wasn't really tracking back though, so I was a little bit worried about that. But Vinicius was absolutely ripping Christensen. And then let's talk about Benzema. I'm a Liverpool fan, and I would love to laud Salah, but Benzema is the best player in the world. I can't even lie about that. He's the best player in the world. I remember 3 seasons ago when Firmino was at top form, and I said to myself, the only players that can do what Firmino does better than him is Thomas Muller and Benzema. What I love about Benzema is his movement. He always had movement. He is so hard to track. You can even just see in his 2 goals that he scored. He's so hard to track.
And also he's extremely smart on the ball. So when he has the ball, he's very creative and imaginative and quick thinking.
I mean, that second goal I love my bullet headers, but those headers is just so organic.
Very hard to do. Like basically, if you've played football, then you know how good that goal was. Because that second header that's an insane goal. Because that's like physics. That's like science of like, I'm gonna put the ball as far away from the keeper that they can't get it, but still far enough that it still reaches the goal. You know
exactly.
Because the thing that I think Lukaku was trying to mimic that, but I think he what
was more dud though? Lukaku's miss of Benzema's goal.
Samuel, keep talking.
But yeah, no. As I said, Benzema, that was just beautiful the way he placed it. But I'm sorry, I have to get onto this guy, Lukaku. How much did you pay for him?
97.5. Less than Grealish. Grealish was 100. Lukaku was 97.5.
I don't care about that bum Grealish. I'm caring about Lukaku.
No, but he was less than
Grealish. Relax. Keep my boy's name out of your mouth, please. Keep my boy's
No, I'm talking about Lukaku. Don't bring in strays. This guy will cost 97.5 million. Some people last season called him one of the best strikers in the world. He missed from 5 yards out.
Samuel, hold on for 1 second. Hold on for 1 second, bro. Hold on.
Jesus Christ.
Pop, pop, pop. We're gonna pop those balls. We're gonna pop them down. We're gonna pop those balls. His passing, his first touch. This Sims has left the building. Lord in heaven, this is what I've been waiting for. Giroud was a treat wrong. Well, you see, the haters told me Tims. The haters told me that, oh no, this dude is trash. That this dude, he's a useless football player. What's that clown? That clown, Minao Rizuka, or whatever that clownish person who says, Mirati is more intelligent than Lukaku. Yeah, so you told me Tims. United fans, you told me this was Tims. Something doesn't add up. I can maybe go 20.
Wait. You can only just about go 20 with Lukaku in this team. So, for me, Lukaku this season,
Oh no.
Damn, that's a big time.
Samuel just saw. Sam will continue.
Only
20, man.
For bringing in evidence and also backing up my point that Lukaku, this guy is a bum. let's just put it this straight. He's actually a bum. Like, the expectation for Lukaku was to come in and score the goals against the small teams. Chelsea fans admitted to me that he's a small game player, so he should score the goals against the small teams. Has he even done that? He's been benched. He doesn't even sniff the starting spot. Is it such a stretch to call him one of the biggest flops in a decade?
He costs less than Grealish, so. Grealish costs. Let's see, we're not going to do that because we're not going to clown Lukaku and ignore the fact that Grealish cost 100 mil. I think 120 plus
was there
add-ons.
the same hype around Grealish that was around Lukaku?
Yes,
what's the
there was.
expectation? What did people really expect from Grealish? Like, come on.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, the other guy was bought to score, isn't it? Wasn't he bought to score? This is Lukaku. And you know what? I'm not going to be accepting this in 97. I saw 115. My eyes saw 115, and I still stuck 115. Do you know what made me laugh? I ran into a video days ago. Somebody made a completion of Lukaku at Inter. The guy cannot even do a first touch. He fails, and he can't run. And I don't know if they give him big shots more than everybody. Maybe they have to reduce the shot size. But this guy can't run. And to be honest with you, right now, who's going to buy Lukaku if you were to sell him? Because Lukaku and Maguire are in the same level as we speak. Let me say that. That's all I can say. Lukaku and Maguire are the same level. If Lukaku was a defender, you'd be Maguire. If Maguire was a striker, it'd be Lukaku. That's what I can say. But HH, I've got a message for you from one of my friends. One of my friends is a Chelsea fan. Obviously, he's pissed off. So I was texting him as he's doing your show. So he said, I have to say this to you because he watches your show all the way from Malawi. Obviously, he appreciates you. So he says that behind every great man, there's a strong woman. And he says right now we can see who was doing the tactics in Tuko's household. So he said, I just have to pass that over to you.
Oh, no.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Jeez,
Wow.
man.
Are you saying he's getting tutored at home? Is that what you're saying?
Wow.
Relax,
man. Relax, man.
So why is he carry jobs? Is that what we're hearing?
Wait. If I'm hearing correctly, does that mean that the greatest manager in the history of football, Pep Guardiola, got outsmarted by a woman in the Champions League final? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm just a messenger.
Chelsea.
That's a mad message, man. I can't lie. Hey, shout out Mrs. Tuchel, she won us the Champions League, bro. It is what it is. We move.
This is what I'm gonna say, man. My favorite
divorce tax is hitting hard right now. Yeah.
That's what happened. She wasn't there.
Wait. Do you think after the final is still at court, who's going to take the tactic book? Do you think Tuchel's gonna keep it or they'll share half? Who do you think?
No.
Patrick.
Good
luck on Sunday. Good luck on Sunday, Patrick. Good luck on Sunday, man. You better win on Sunday. How about that? You better win on Sunday. let me just take this because we need to talk about Bayern Villareal. Oh no. So
Anyway, HH, I need to go to bed. I'm going to work tomorrow, so you can bring someone in.
all right, nice one, Patrick. Nice one, Patrick.
Yeah,
So
all
guys,
the best, guys. Have a great day.
peace out, man.
See you on Sunday.
See you Sunday, Patrick.
Cool, man.
So wait, hold up. So let's bring this because we'll come back on the Chelsea thing afterwards, man. So, Bayern Villarreal, guys, Villarreal can. Who thinks Villarreal can knock out Bayern?
I think so.
No.
Bro, I told you this before, bro. I told you this at the draw that Villarreal could knock out Bayern.
Okay, wait. Let me come to Ford and then I'll come to Samuel. Ford, why do you think Villarreal can knock them out?
Because I've been watching Bayern Munich, bro. Like that first leg that we just saw. Again, I only saw the highlights because I was watching Chelsea get slapped up by Real Madrid, right? But I saw the highlights, and they were very similar to the game that I did watch in full, which was the Salzburg game. And that was the fact that Bayern Munich get countered a lot, bro. Like, they concede so many chances, and Salzburg weren't clinical.
No,
to be
bro,
fair, Villareal today,
And
they weren't clinical either.
Villarreal.
What happened in the second leg? Ford?
And that's exactly my point. We're going to get to obviously both teams were not very clinical when they won the legs, right? Salzburg should have won by more in the first leg, and Villarreal today they should have won by more. Coquelin had a goal disallowed by just a narrow offside. Danjuma missed another chance. Gerard Moreno missed an open goal. They had chances, bro. But the difference is Salzburg, they defend like a Farmers League team, bro. They defend like a German team. So Bayern Munich are always going to put up numbers at home in the Allianz. The difference is Villarreal are a well-coached team managed by one of the best cup managers in the world, Unai Emery. He gets mocked in the English league and because of his language barrier and all that, and obviously he managed Arsenal at a difficult time, good evening and all of that. But don't disrespect what this guy does in Europe, bro.
He's a very good cup manager. He's a very good cup manager, bro.
In the world when it comes to European competition. He proved that last season, knocking out some people's team in here, Red Devils and LSK. You knocked out your team in the final.
No, because if you abuse me, I'm going to abuse you. So Ford, remind me, what happened? Mute your mics. Why is giving mute your freaking mics. Ford, wait, what happened in that Europa League final against a team who reached their very first cup final in their history? What happened? Can you just remind the streets?
I mean, in that final, bro, we saw Villarreal outplay Man United. They scored a lot more goals for
No. Can Ford finish? I'll meet them for you. Don't worry, I'll meet them.
They got outplayed over 120 minutes. We saw one of the maddest disaster classes from Marcus Rashford in that game. They came out afterwards complaining about how half of us are injured. Don't blame it on us. Us on the Ollie, we have a process going. Like, don't worry, we're gonna come back next season.
Ford, please don't tell me that United were the team that came down from the Champions League. Don't tell me that was the case.
Wow. I mean, they also came down from the champion. You reminded me of that.
No, Ford, you're lying. You're lying. No.
I mean, that's crazy.
Didn't they have to win just one game?
Wait, hold on. Ford. No. So Ford. So Ford, is this the first time? So Ford, so you're saying that this is the first time ever a team that came down from the Champions League lost against a team who didn't even touch the UCL? This is the first time that ever happened?
Well, I mean, that's mad. I mean, the thing is for Chelsea, right? When Chelsea jump into the Europa League, and don't get me wrong, it's an embarrassment for elite teams to be jumping into the Europa League. But on the two occasions that Chelsea did, I mean, we left there with something. We left there with a Europa League, bro, and we won that trophy. United, on the other hand, I mean, to get embarrassed again. I mean, I didn't even mention the guy in my Abbey. I mean, if you want to put me on full screen here, HH.
No.
I mean,
Ford,
this guy in my Abbey.
It's a small club, though. Ford, it's a small club.
I mean, this guy in my Abbey. I mean, he dropped another disaster class in a big game. I mean, shocking. And then of course they ended up losing on penalties.
See the problem. No. I see the problem. The problem is just the problem. The two things is like I take your point, guys. The problem though is that like we actually played Villareal twice this season in the CL and we beat them both. So my question,
what does that mean? But you lost the game that mattered, which is the final.
My question is: are you saying that the Villareal team that United lost to is better or worse than the one that United beat twice this season? Were they better?
Doesn't matter. They won a trophy.
No.
They won. They
won a trophy.
They won a trophy. What do those two games mean? Those two games didn't mean anything.
Were they better than worse? That's the question. Simple yes or no. Are they better or worse?
The answer to that is that Villareal turned up when it mattered. They turned up in the big game.
It's relevant because
it's not. You lost the final.
It's relevant because we're talking about Bayern Munich. We're saying Villareal have a chance against Bayern Munich. That's what we're saying. This United team this season beats Villarreal home and away. And now we're saying, oh, Villarreal have a chance to beat this Bayern.
And where are this United team right now? They're 7th in the Premier League. They're out of the FA Cup, out of the Champions League, not in the Europa League, and they're going to end up trophless again. Ford, can you please focus on Bayern Villarreal, please?
So based on the logic, why are we saying that Villarreal have a chance against Bayern?
Forward,
given that they
Bayern
lost.
Villarreal, please ignore the answer.
Actually, that's the thing I was going to answer. And again, this isn't to the Man United who are a relevant club right now. Like LSK said, your season is done. You're just here to be fans of the World Championship.
This is Real Madrid. This is big time. This is a big club, and that crap cannot fly when you're rolling in a club of the stature where results matter. Because Benzema was horrible.
Okay, Ford, continue. Ford, continue. Don't worry, continue. As you were saying, Ford, as you were saying. Can Ford please continue?
Decided to interrupt and celebrate something like a trophy, which you haven't celebrated a trophy in 5 years. As I was saying, styles make matchups, and the reason why I said even when the draw came out that Villarreal could beat Bayern Munich is because they can catch them on a counter attack, yes, which other teams have done. That is no surprise because Bayern Munich conceded a lot of chances. But defensively, Unai Emery teams are always very difficult teams to break down. We saw how difficult it was for Arsenal last year in the Europa League in the semis. We saw how difficult it was for Man United in the final. We saw how difficult it was for teams generally in La Liga. They have a very good defensive record in the league.
Goals they held this season in the CL.
Pardon?
We scored 3 goals past Villarreal in the Champions League. Also 2 or 3.
See, the thing that you're missing, Red Devils, whether I don't know if they're doing it on purpose or not, but there's a difference between group stage football and knockout stage football. Yeah. Like, knockout stage football is the real deal. That's where
Ford, ignore him. So basically, Ford.
And again,
okay, second leg. Now, here's my thing. We saw what happened in the first against Salzburg. It was 1-1. Bayern adopted them. But here's the thing, Ford. Here's the thing. Villarreal aren't clinical, and I'm sure when we come to Zeman and Abdul, they'll tell you that our Villarreal, great approach play, but they do not take their chances. And this was the perfect example because I was trying to watch both games. Villarreal had amazing chances, and they didn't put them away. They're clearly not a clinical team. So if you're not clinical, how do they beat Bayern at the Allianz?
They limit chances, and I think they have a good chance of doing that. I think they are going to beat Bayern Munich. I think they will. I think Bayern Munich will score. That's what Bayern Munich do. But I mean, again, I said it when the draw came out. Villarreal have a very good chance. I said Villarreal have a very good chance, and again, they proved me right so far in the first leg. They had a great performance. Should have won by more, absolutely. And again, you're not wrong, cases when you said that they've not been clinical. And someone like Joao Marina, who I think scored like 30-something goals last season. Despite that, you just never feel convinced when he's through on goal. And like we saw it in the Euros, missed a lot of chances in the group stages.
He missed an open goal from 40 yards and also hit the post in this game.
Yeah, and obviously Neuer made a similar mistake to Mendy, but Benzema punished him, whereas Moreno didn't punish Neuer. So they're going to rely on him to be clinical.
Can I say something? I have to head out. Can I say something?
Yeah, Jijima, go for it, Jijima.
Oh yeah, I was going to say, like, look, this is probably predictable, but with the game, I think Nagelsmann was living off, like he started off with the Hansi Flick hype. Not
this manager.
No, honestly,
man, come on, man.
No, honestly, like I think this is the worst I've seen Bayern. Literally, that should have been that game should have been a 5-0 game. And the chances.
Man hates managers, man. This guy despises managers, bro.
Bayern fans know this. Like.
So when he beat, Juju man, when he beats PSG in the semis with RB Leipzig, he was just on vibes. Was he with RB Leipzig? He was vibe.
Some people.
He didn't beat PSG in the semis.
Yeah, when was this?
Sorry, no.
No, Atletico. It was Atletico.
Sorry, that was it. Sorry, my bad.
He has 5 against Man United.
It was all right. Maybe beginner's luck, but it was all right.
To be fair, Juju does have a point. Like for me, this is the easiest Bayern Munich team I've seen to play against. Like they're a very easy team to play against.
Exactly.
They a lot of chances against.
I would agree with that.
Exactly, and the other thing is that we can't blame the players. Like these players are good. Like you give me those players and I'm guaranteeing you that Champions League.
I hate when you do this because no, because you have good players doesn't mean that they will always perform. And sometimes good players have to take responsibility because once you do that, I don't like is if there's a team that have amazing players and they lose, the stance you always take is. It has to be the manager's fault because these guys are amazing. You know that amazing players can play badly.
No, yeah,
No.
Double H.
Okay, no, Judgment, hold on. No, Judgment, perfect example. Pogba at United. Is that Pogba's fault or is it the fault of the manager?
It's the system and the manager. Pogba is
It's
not
the
that bad.
players. It's the players
It's
that
his agent.
Manchester.
It's not
They're
the
all.
no. See, I want
agent,
people.
man.
No, seriously, I want people to keep receipts because I'm telling you, there's no way Pogba is that bad.
Juju, man.
I told you. By the way, I told you like the United manager Ralph is a terrible manager. Look at I said that and look at that. I told you it's no Pogba's fault.
Oh no,
I have a question.
No, Judgment. So you said that. So you said it was Ralph's fault, it was Ole's fault, and it was Mourinho's fault.
And it's Pochettino's
I mean,
fault.
those coaches are those coaches are not. I mean, they're all right, but it's they're not like the best.
No, hold on. So Jimmy, it's now Pogba. When Pogba was under Mourinho suddenly became trash.
No, Mourinho's coaching system is outdated. He's not like the Mourinho. Like this guy still uses stuff that he learned.
Okay. Hold on. Before I come to Eddie, who's just joined in. So just let me just be clear. So you say that there is never a situation where if there is a team with amazing players and they're playing badly, it is the player's fault. It is always the manager's fault. That's your view.
No, my thing is like with this game specifically, Double H. I know when players have off days, like you just like no one just feels like playing. I've seen those games, but this game, like they're giving up too many chances, and it's like I have seen, like look at some point we have to look at the manager. All these players are not that bad, so it's like because it's like they were so bad. I was like, I think this is the worst I've seen Bayern in like recent years because it was just too easy, and it's like this is. I mean,
but Juju, man, didn't you say
this?
No.
But this is
Villarreal.
Villarreal.
You said this when they drew against Salzburg.
Yeah, and then against Salzburg, like.
Okay, hold on. Let me. Okay, peace out, Eddie. Juju, see man. So Eddie, I'll come to you as well. So Eddie, Bayern Villareal. Do you think that home boys have a chance?
All right. I have a lot to say. You guys hear me perfectly?
Yes.
Perfect.
Who the hell is eating?
I don't know. What's going on over there.
All right, go for it.
All right. So what I'm going to say is I don't believe that Villareal are going to advance at all. If they got this result in Spain, then I'd probably be I know if they had the result in Germany, I'd be a little more confident for them. But that's not the case at all. Bayern's going to easily advance the next round. And back to Manchester United, what I'd say is that with Ten Hag, if he's appointed next season, the players are all under distress, under pressure. Because if they can't win under this coach, it's just only a detriment of how bad they've all been. And we need to hold these players accountable and stop holding the coach accountable. Because it's not about the coach. It's about the players. If the players don't want to show up and play, then they're the ones to blame. I mean, if you think I'm wrong, you think I'm wrong. And I'm talking to Red Devil Studios. Like, if you think I'm wrong as far as how these players have performed within the last couple of years, I don't think a coach is going to fix it. It's a whole rehaul, whole change in the system. Right or wrong? Can you tell me if I'm right or wrong?
No, it's a structural. I mean, it's a structural problem. So I've already said that I'm not particularly hyped for the appointment, not because I think Ten Hag is a bad coach, but because fundamentally, even if Tuchel, whoever came in, if the structure around the manager is not changed, then it's basically irrelevant. That's
wait. We have to stay on topic.
Yeah, we'll stay
no. Sorry. For me, Bayern Villareal. Okay, I get it. They got that quick sneak 1-zip. If they got that quick 1-zip sneak in Germany, then okay. You get what I'm saying? Okay, then I'd be a little worried.
Chances though, they had a lot of chances.
I'm not worried.
And they could have been more.
I'm not worried about Bayern because I can see Bayern easily scoring like 2-3 goals the next game. Mueller scoring probably the first one, get the team rallied as a captain. Even if he's not really the captain, but he's still that guy. I'm not worried about it. Although I'm a Madrid fan, so I love to see the Spanish teams flourish. but I just don't see. I just don't see them getting past Bayern.
Okay,
No shot.
Cool. No, wait, Cool. Are you still a Bayern fan or not? I'm confused. Who do you support?
It's Bayern for life, you Bayern for life, man.
Wait.
Bayern for
So
life.
have Bayern started to drop because you started supporting them?
Well, no. In fairness, he's been supporting them for a while now.
Okay.
For at least a few years now. So
Okay.
Cool. Talk to me. Are you worried for the second leg for your alleged club, Barca fan?
All right, well, go ahead, HH. Anyways, yeah, HH. Do you rank Nagelsmann as top 5 managers in world football? Like, I just really wanna know, because based off of this game, does it change your perspective? Like, I really want to know.
No, I think the thing with Nagelsmann is it's I look at the Salzburg game. I look at look at this game. It's looking tricky. He's looking fun in the light. But here's the thing though. Let's see what happens at the Allianz, because my thing though is same thing with Salzburg. They blitzed Salzburg in the second leg. Now, if Villareal give them serious, because Villareal are a better team than Salzburg. They're a better team and they have better attackers. So my thing is that let's see whether the same thing will happen, because I'm looking at this game and because even when I saw the Salzburg game, I was like, Salzburg, no, I'm not going to do anything. But Villareal, they look a lot more dangerous. So, but here's the thing though. Even if Bayern win, if Villareal create lots of chances and they don't score, Bayern are getting smoked by Liverpool in the semis.
Oh, of course, HH. I mean, I can see. I already see what's coming. I already see what's coming
already, man.
I already see what's coming. But HH, let me ask you a question. Don't you know that Liverpool also play a high defensive line, just like how we do? They play a really high defensive line. I'm not saying some of you guys.
It's not as suicidal though.
No, hold on. Cool. Here's the difference. Bayern's high line, they don't handle it like how we handle it. Have you noticed that in the last 10 games that Liverpool have played, I think we've only conceded 2 goals or 3 goals? Like 27. Our defense has been solid. I can't say.
I agree.
And also, let's be real. Give me Van Dijk, Konate. Give me Van Dijk, Matip over Upamecano and Sul.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. And then you've got Fabinho and Thiago in front.
Because my thing that you can play as high line as possible, but if your defenders are smart enough and can read the game well enough, bro, they can deal with it. My thing though is Alaba and Boateng. Those were guys you could rely on. You can't rely on this freaking dude.
HH, I'm crying. I was literally crying when we sold Alaba and Boateng, because today was clear. Like, we need these guys back. Like, I don't even know what else to say, HH. Like, today was just so awful man marking, poor anticipation, poor all of counterattacks here and there. Like, they were just all over the place. The midfield was all over the place. The defense was all over the place. I really, and this is my problem with Nagelsmann, is I don't understand. You see that this doesn't work. You put in Hernandez and Upamecano as a partnership. It clearly doesn't work in a back four. Okay, fine, it doesn't work. If you're gonna use those two, you have to play Nicolas Sula as a back three with those two, because if you don't, you will lose. And that's what happened today. And my question is, why is Nianzou, who played really well in that game against Freiburg, in the bench? There's something wrong with this Nagelsmann guy, and I'm getting really fed up, because the thing is, I don't know how we rate him so high, and today he does these lineup changes, bro. He even took out Goretzka. Goretzka came in, he took him out. I don't understand that. I really don't understand.
Goretzka was having a poor game, and Hernandez and Upamecano, they were by far your best players.
No. Listen. My thing is, right, Goretzka for me should have started. Though Davies had 0 minutes before the game, he played Davies.
He had
That
a
was
decent game
bad.
though for coming back from a 2-month injury.
No, he didn't. He was
No,
bad.
but no, I was worried because even when I saw David play, like, bro, like this guy's
But
gonna
he
play
He's a
for us.
liability.
No,
He wasn't bad.
no, I know he wasn't bad, but still, that is a crazy game. That is such a high intense
High
game to
level
come in
game to put him in.
after so
Yeah.
many months. So
Yeah.
it's a really, so hold on, wait,
So
wait,
actually, I have a question. Sorry, I have a question. Quick question, just for before Harcourt leaves the stage. I think it's important that we ask our resident Barcelona, Bayern Munich fan, an important question about their star man. I mean, we hear so much about the shepherd of the Farmers League, Lewandowski, but this is another big Champions League game where he doesn't turn up. And again, I have to bring it up because people like frauds.
No.
Not frauds, but let's just say black sheep like him and Mo Salah, who have been compared to the GOAT in my AVI, the owner of Chelsea Football Club, Benzema, the best player in the world right now. They've been compared to him for a long time, but they're not doing what he's doing in the big games. So I have to ask Harco again, our resident Bayern Munich fan, like, what are your thoughts on Lewandowski, the shepherd of the Farmers League? Is he as good as people say he is, or what's up with him, man?
For me, HH, and I know you won't like my opinion. This is just my opinion, HH.
Okay, I know.
I really think he's overrated, HH. I'm so sorry, man. I really think he's over. You know why I'm saying this, right? Like HH, that I've seen that there's been so many games, right, where he's literally ghosted. You know, even the final that we won against PSG, he ghosted that final. He was nowhere in that final either. And it's the same thing.
Your golden boy. You're saying this about your golden star, man.
No. It is my favorite player, right? Let me tell you something. My favorite player is Thomas Müller, and I feel like Thomas Müller does way more than Lewandowski. I'm telling you this right now. I'm telling you this. He does way more than Lewandowski. Don't tell me Thomas Müller is not better than Lewandowski.
Underrated.
No,
totally underrated.
Did you know what's so funny? People are so weird. There seems to be a guy missing from the streets, aka the chat. Where the hell is Shane Schubert?
He's in the chat.
Yeah, he's hiding. He's hiding.
Shane, where you at?
Where you at? Don't hide, man. Come on.
Shane is the biggest Lewandowski fanboy. So,
one boy. Yeah.
Hold on.
I mean, you might as well wait for the second.
Hold on.
He just typed
Wait. Suleiman. Let me bring in Suleiman because Suleiman hasn't spoken. Suleiman, talk to me, man. And ban Villareal.
I mean, shout out to Villareal, man. This is their first time in the Champions League quarterfinals. Did you know the Europa League was their first ever trophy? Like they've never won Copa del Rey. They've never won the league. They've never won like the Spanish Super Cup. Nothing.
No, this is the second time they've been in the quarter.
Well, to be fair,
they lost in the semi to Arsenal in 2006.
Yes.
We can't make tax.
No.
So listen, I think Bayern Munich will still win the second leg, but it won't be like a blowout like they did to Salzburg. I think it'd be like a 2-0 win, maybe. It depends on if Villareal like get the same amount of chances they had.
What percentage chance? As a percentage, what percentage chance would you give Villareal in the second leg
to go through? I'd say like a 20% chance. Basically, that's how confident I am.
Low.
No,
4%. 4%.
4%. No, that's a bit too low as well. Because like, let's be honest. Like, I think Bayern just had an off day, man. And like Core was saying, Nagelsmann made some like tactical decisions that didn't make as much sense, but come on, man, who's really doubting Bayern Munich not to go through? Like,
No.
This is
They're going
Plus.
through.
This is too Disney Plus, in my opinion.
Suleiman, this is where I am with it, bro. Is I still believe they will go through because I just believe that they will now raise it. See, 2-0, yeesh. Villareal, because they missed so many chances and it's only 1-0, I still think they'll go through. But I just think that Villareal will make it interesting. And if Bayern are not careful, basically, there is a greater possibility Villareal could knock them. Like Salzburg, I knew had no chance. I knew they had no chance. Especially at 1-1, they had no chance. But with a 1-0 up, Bayern to come out, Villareal have a greater chance than Salzburg did.
Yeah.
They have a great chance than Salzburg.
And I was
sorry, continue.
Yeah, I was watching the Chelsea Madrid game because I was more excited for that. But like I was hearing that Lewandowski was pocketed by Pau Torres, so I mean that was a bit.
I can't believe you let this man pocket you, man.
That was a bit interesting.
Okay. So let's circle back quickly. So Eddie, as a Madrid fan, talk to me. Real Chelsea, man, talk to me.
Honestly, guys, I saw the lineup. I saw Modric, Kroos, Casemiro start. I was worried. You guys might not feel the same way I feel, but I feel like that lineup is dated. It's very concerning when I see that lineup come up, especially in La Liga, especially seeing how we got completely dominated by Barca the other day with that same kind of lineup. What I saw today was what needed to be the lineup. No Asensio, all about Benz, Vinicius. Yeah, the midfield was not what I wanted, but it still was what it was. We did what we had to do. I'm optimistic. I'm not gonna lie. I'm happy with what I saw. I'm happy with seeing Benzema completely take over.
How fearful are you of Chelsea in the second leg? How fearful?
What I'm fearful of is the change of the lineup. I'm fearful about Nacho having to start. I'm fearful of that. Otherwise, I'm okay. I think I'm feeling a little confident as far as how we played. I'm happy with the fact that we finally beat Chelsea because we've never beaten Chelsea, and that was one of the things that every time I saw the show, it drove me crazy because I see you so hype of being a Chelsea fan, and me being such a confident Madrid fan, and I'm like, look at fucking HH just gas as fuck about the fact that Madrid's never beaten them.
No. Forward was preaching about that. For me, I never put that as a big deal. I said, of course, Real would eventually beat Chelsea. So I never said that was a big deal. Chelsea never lost to Real Madrid. I never touted that, bro. So,
HH. That's all. That's a jinx. Like, I get what you're trying to do. Like, I get it.
No, look, it's not. Look, as I said again, I give Real the dub. They fully deserve. Okay,
can I say one quick thing about Chelsea Madrid?
Side note though. We have some for all my concerns. To all my Madrid fans, we have some concerns. Asensio should not be a Madrid player. He is an Arsenal caliber player. He is Arsenal caliber player. He is a bum. He should not be playing for Madrid. Sadly, prior to this game, I felt that the trio of Modric, Casemiro, and Kroos was done. It's over. It should not be a thing. It shouldn't even be entertained. They proved me wrong today, and I love it. I love to be proved wrong. But at the end of the day, I'm sorry. Asensio should not be part of Madrid. It's over. It's done. He's a trash player.
Okay. So let me just hit these doors. I want to come to Suleiman. I want to say something on RDS.
I wanted to say something about.
Oh yeah, no. Sorry. I'll come to you guys.
So my fellow Madrid players.
Eddie. Relax. You see, this is what happens when a new guy comes in. It's like, just relax.
I have a good insight there, Eddie.
No, great insight. Really good insight. But Ross Cortinero says Javi ball is real. They shifted 4 versus Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, and Napoli.
True.
No, let us know.
Javi ball is real. Wait, hold up. So what? 6 against Frankfurt? 6-7 against Frankfurt?
You want to hear something crazy?
Respect to Frank.
You want to hear something crazy? You know, the last time Villareal, they lost at home, it was in November. Do you know who that was too?
Who?
Javi Ball, bro.
No, that was cool, bro.
You go, Abdul, man.
Wait, so Chris says, where was
wait,
goat?
why do you just ignore that fact like it was nothing?
Chris, where was my goat Lewandowski? #MIA, #Bundesliga tax. Now, okay, can I just say one thing? So before I come to Suleiman, if Lewandowski drops a 3-piece next week, what happens?
No, nothing happened.
It's
great.
It's expected, man. It's expected, bro.
But it's not like it's expected. It's like it's not something that's amazing. Like what's amazing is the fact that Benzema dropped back-to-back hat tricks. That's amazing.
No. Benzema's cold. Benzema's cold. Suleiman, talk to me, and then I'll come to your artist.
So I was really surprised by like how Madrid approached the game and how like Chelsea started the game, because like the first couple of minutes, both teams had like a lot of misplaced passes, and you can see like the nerves. And for me, like I've always I've always thought that Chelsea was a controlled team. Like they were always in control. But this game, man, they lost their heads, bro. They were I know somebody mentioned they were playing like headless chickens. It was kind of funny to see Chelsea get exposed because this team has won 2 of the most fugaziest Champions League in the history.
Suleiman, stop it.
No,
Suleiman, stop it. Suleiman, stop
you
it.
Speak your truth.
You beat Atletico away from home. No, they weren't even at home.
Did you cry after that 2012 semi the way that Messi did when he missed that penalty in 2012?
I mean, I was never a Barcelona fan, so that makes no sense. But were they at Bucharest as well? So I mean, beating Bayern as well, that was a bit sus. But come on, you got to give it to Madrid and Benzema, man. What an incredible player, man! Like you can't hate this man. And it's kind of Disney Plus because we all remember, like Abdul was playing the tape of you saying he was an anvil, and
that wasn't me. So
no,
that wasn't me. That wasn't me.
You called him overweight.
Wait. Suleiman, look at Abdul's haircut and look at what he looks like. Is that guy that you trust?
Easy.
Is that guy you can trust?
No, but to be fair to HH, like he did deserve that abuse just because of the way he was playing. So I mean,
speak on it.
To come back from this, I mean, and he's 34 as well. He's not like a young player anymore. He's the same age as Messi, who 3 league goals. But anyways, yeah, like come on, like I think Madrid, they're through to the semifinals. HH, like I'm sorry.
Speak on Real Madrid?
I'm sorry
Just
for
HH because I didn't speak on it.
No, okay. RDS then Abdul, because RDS will wait. I'll come to you, Abdul. RDS, talk to me. Madrid and Chelsea.
I mean, I'm probably in the minority here, where I still think Chelsea have a chance against this
RDS.
No, I haven't finished my point.
RDS, you're so sad.
I've not finished my point.
So sad.
Let me.
Such a sad, pathetic man.
Isn't this the Have Hope football channel?
No, it's not. It's called
Have Hope.
No, I said it's not called that.
Okay, right now. So just a few questions. At the end of the day, Chelsea are the current UCL champions. They are the current world champions. So that's the first thing. Now, obviously, granted,
YSK Jackson. I will not give you another warning. YSK Jackson, change that AV at
talk
once.
about my UCL
YSK Jackson, change that. This is your final warning. RDS, continue.
Granted. Okay, granted. In the game, I don't think that. I was very surprised by how Ancelotti set up because I expected that he was going to set up in a similar vein to how he did against PSG, quite defensive. Anticipating what Chelsea would do, etc., etc. I think I was talking to I was back and forward on Twitter about this back and forth about how exposed Chelsea's midfield was. Like I've never seen Chelsea's, certainly this season. I know they got pegged by Brentford, but it felt more like counter-attacking really. But Chelsea were really exposed. There was a lot of space here. So I don't know whether it was that maybe bringing another midfield, bringing Kovacic would have helped. But I think that in this case, I think Tuchel got his. I think tactically, Tuchel's tactics were questionable. Let's put it that way. I don't know, bro, but I still think this can be turned around.
So you're saying Tuchel is losing his touch, or?
No. I'm saying that for some reason in this game today, I think Tuchel tactically got it wrong. I don't know how, I don't know why. So I think that probably we could have used another midfielder because they were too exposed in that midfield. But I mean, I could take the point that you have additional midfielder. Would they've had the attacking potential? I don't know. Like to be honest, Chelsea really needed Lukaku to do something. This was a game that Chelsea really needed a potent number 9 in this team. If I'm perfectly honest,
he'll be there in the second leg. Don't worry, he'll drop it through.
Well, this is see. This is the thing. This is why this is called the Have Hope Football Heart. I still think that Chelsea can go. People need to forget. Remember what happened last season.
My name is an irony.
No. But I mean, remember what last season? Do you remember when Werner? He got that headpiece. Havertz did his thing. So. I don't think you can totally write off Chelsea for this coming up leg. Is what I'm saying. Like Chelsea still have a chance. I think if Tuchel gets his tactics right and shores up the midfield, then it's only 2. Bro, there's no away goals. There's only 2 goals you need to score. Keep it tight at the back and score 2 goals, and that's it. What else do you need? Am I the only one here that thinks that Chelsea actually have?
Yes.
No, you're not.
Yes, you are. Abdul, talk over it. Abdul, talk over it.
I don't understand.
RDS, they need 3 Gs, bro. They need 3 Gs.
No, they only need 2. It's not. There's no away goals.
Yeah, but they need 3 Gs to progress.
Oh yeah, but I think if it gets the penalties, Chelsea have got this. So at least
I don't
Wait,
know.
hold on. Wait, Abdul, before you go, this is just a genuine question. When was the last time Chelsea scored 2 or more goals?
Wait, in the Champions League or the league?
Just in general.
Burnley, bro.
Brentford.
Burnley.
But I just want to keep it quick, because I know
Abdul, if you play, okay, I know if you play a receipt, I'll throw you out. So that's your forewarning.
Nah, but HH, I'm gonna keep it quick because I really want to talk about Francis. Can you come back to me with Francis?
Yeah.
We need to talk about.
Yeah, because I want to talk about Francis. I just want to say.
Go.
Just quickly.
Yeah.
If this world was just, if this world was fair, everything was fair. Like if you had a hairline, if everything was fair and nice, Benzema wouldn't be Real Madrid's player of the season, HH.
Abdul.
Are you saying prison tax, HH? I mean,
goodness, bro, this guy Abdul.
HH, should I tell you why?
I'm not sure. I want to know why. I'm not sure. I want to know why.
And nobody has mentioned his name. Bro, Courtois is their best player, bro. Did you see that save in the top corner?
That was a good save. Good save. It was a very good save.
But he's saving them week in, week out, bro.
That's not taking away from what Benzema's freaking doing. Yeah, Courtois has been amazing.
But even at the weekend, bro, like Benzema, he scored 2 pens. He was invisible all game. It was Courtois saving them time and time.
Abdul.
This is what they're saying.
I'm sorry. I love the sport, but at the end of the day, I don't think a goalkeeper can ever be the best player on the team. It doesn't.
Yeah, but bro,
no.
Manchester United.
No. Let me be with you. There was a time when Oliver Kahn was Bayern's best player. That's facts. And there was a time when Stegen was probably Barca's best player.
Don't say that.
Filter, hold up. Ask RDS and YSK. De Gea has been United's best player for the last 2 years.
Exactly.
But
Abdul.
Bro, that's why I said if the world was fair and just, bro. Because I know it's always going to be lenient towards forwards. But if you actually watch Real Madrid week in, week out, Courtois has been their best player this season.
Yeah, but you also need goals to win games, though.
I know, but bro, if you're conceding goals every week, every game, bro, you're hardly going to win
bro,
games.
Nobody's denying that, but it's a debate. But at the end of the day, though...
Yeah, but bro, don't shut me down just because it can be debated, bro. That's my opinion, all right, bro.
Wait, are you mad because you have Stegen as your goalkeeper? Is that why? You wish you had Courtois?
Listen, Neymar's not.
Is that why? Top corner.
Bro, where did this beef come from, man?
Because he just, this guy used to love Ter Stegen. All of a sudden, he has an agenda towards Ter Stegen. So he's salty that his biggest rival.
Ter Stegen's hairline is receding, by the way.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but anyway, I just want to land. I actually completely agree with RDS. Like, this is not over, bro. It's not over.
No, it's not over.
Like, because
Okay, Abdul, are you saying that in seriousness, or are you saying that for?
No, I'm being deadly serious because I have no what do they call it? I have no horse in the fight. Yeah, what they call it? I have no
no horse in the race.
I have no horse in the race.
Abdul, my God.
Let me land, bro. Let me land. So what I was gonna say is actually, Chelsea had a lot of great chances, bro. Like you actually did, but Tim's. But to be fair as well, people don't talk about this. Vinny did hit the crossbar in the 5th minute. So.
Yeah.
Benzema missing
and Benzema he missed a big chance as well, bro.
Can I talk about
look, as the resident positive Chelsea fan here, I feel like maybe I should comment and look. Yes, Abdul. I think Abdul was being a bit conservative with his comment. I could hear the reverse psychology in RDS's voice, but
there was no reverse psychology. There was no reverse psychology.
Oh, it's all reverse psychology on here, bro.
I can hear it again, but having said that, you did make some good points. And look, Chelsea do have a chance. Like, again, it's a slim chance in my book.
Bro.
They do have a chance.
Hope, man. Have hope.
Oh my god, man.
No, the thing is, right?
For me, like, even it. So, a quick question, Paul. Do you think that, because again, much like last season, I know people cuss this guy. I know people cuss him, but I still believe playing Timo Werner on the wing with that counter attack because he does. No. I'm just saying. I actually am being serious here. I'm not joking here. Like, I'm not putting in the 9, but I'm just saying that like in the previous game last season when he played on that side and he helped create space for Chelsea and he obviously created opportunities. So I think it was it Havertz playing the 9 at that point. It worked. Don't you think that it's worth doing that again, or they've only
tried it? Are you basically saying that you need to play Werner as a distraction?
But it worked for them last time. So
that's
why
last
not?
year, bro. It's the same way how they beat Chelsea 3 times last season, and City.
So Werner has come down to
City has been beating them.
But they need to change something because what happened this time didn't work.
Are you seeing your players? They're not even football players. They're distractions.
Without Timo Werner, without Turbo Timo, they don't win that CCL. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Okay, relax.
And you call him
Hashtag aura, man. His aura was impactful, man.
Bro,
okay, relax. To answer Audience's question, look,
distractions,
look, you all know.
all of that.
Wait, hold up. Ford and then Zeman. Ford.
Look, to answer Audience's question, look, we know Werner has some strengths, which obviously is running him behind and being a bit of a nuisance, and he does have relatively good movement in terms of getting into positions to get chances. Yeah. Obviously, his finishing is another story. But obviously, last season he started as a number 9 in the first leg, and then second leg he was kind of like a split striker of it. But there was a lot more space to attack him behind. Like obviously, with hindsight, seeing how the game played, Madrid were very compact. So there wasn't even really that much space for him to operate in, and he's not a very good footballer. So when you say that where would he be effective in a game like this, maybe it would be on the wing where there's more space. But we saw how he is on the wing against Brentford, bro. He's disgusting. He has no football ability. And we saw obviously a lot under Lampard. Again, he took the L for signing this dud, and thinking he can form him into a winger in the Premier League. And again, technically, he cannot play on the wing in big games. Like, he can't. So, no, I don't think he is the answer. Obviously, I think certainly what Tuchel found today was not a solution either because, again, like you said, and obviously we talked about it a little bit on Twitter, there were so many spaces for Madrid to pick up in the pocket. Like, they were playing through us so easily through the press. Yeah. And again, Kovacic needed to play, but then if you play a 3-man midfielder of Kante and Kovacic with Jorginho sitting to obviously cover for Jorginho's lack of athleticism, okay, that might give us more balance, but then we already have the 3 centre-backs, we have 3 midfielders, we have a half-fit Reece James who just come back from injury, and then we have Azpilicueta as our left wing-back. Then we're only left with 2 attacking players, and one of them is going to be Mason Mount, who's really another midfielder, so then we have just Kai Havertz. Like, there's not really enough of attacking balance there, so that's obviously the issue that Chelsea have, and without, let's say, playing like a Pulisic at left wing-back or playing Project Name or Hudson-Odoi at left wing back or whichever.
Forward.
Like,
God forbid.
Okay. Ignore the Project Name part. Just obviously everything else that I said there. Everything else that I said there. But obviously, okay, ignoring Project Neymar, obviously, Adios, you get my point though. When it is,
I get your point.
If you play a third midfielder, like it just takes away a lot of our attacking impetus. And again, we're going to need to go to the Bernabeu and score goals. And I think we will create enough chances. I think we will. Just to end on this point, I think we will create enough chances to win the game and actually go through. But then it's another thing being clinical, which again for our attack is a tall order. And obviously now defensively, it's not just a blip now. We've conceded 7 against Brentford and Real Madrid, so that's something we have to address.
All right, Zeman.
Yeah, you guys like a creative outlet, and Mason Mount is not actually a midfielder. I refuse to believe he's anything, but that's just me. And Neymar, yeah, he Project Neymar is still on, bro. I'm excited for the future with that kid, man. What he can do on the field. But we're talking about Villareal, bro. Like, we have to give credit to Danny Parejo and your boy Etienne Capoue, man. Nobody like these guys somehow he got them playing like prime Sergio Busquets and Xavi for some odd reason, bro. These guys are so calm and collective when it comes to just orchestrating the middle of the park, having an idea of where everyone's at, and actually
should we be giving this dude a lot more credit then?
Yeah, we should, bro. We should.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a good
team. M deserves all the credit. M deserves all the credit. Someone said that they've only won Europa League. That's their first ever trophy. Team, though, that's actually not really. That's not true. They won. They won a summer competition in Germany. That's their first ever competition that they've won.
That isn't.
Well, no. That's just historically true. No, that's
Wait, so
historically
you're telling me they won the Audi Cup 2.0?
Who
Yeah,
took part?
yeah,
Who
yeah,
took
yeah.
part in the
Zeman. So basically, Zeman, they've won one major trophy. Continue.
Yeah. So for me,
The same
it's
major
like,
trophy as Harry Kane. Okay, interesting.
yeah, but these guys in La Liga, bro, I don't know what happens. This just shows Unai Emery is a cup. He's a cup merchant. He's not a league format merchant, because this guy in the league, his team tends to struggle with just staying focused and actually having momentum with them in every single play. And it just feels like with this team, I don't see them progressing past Bayern, just because you have to execute your chances. You can't go 1-0 and go into Bayern's background and expect you have the expectation of going to the semifinals. I don't see that happening. I think Danjuma is really good. I could see him leaving in the summer, to be honest with you, with the way he's been performing for them. Again, Moreno, he's missed easy chances tonight, and it just feels like the strikers let them down. To a certain perspective, you could say certain midfielders let them down, and if anything, I could if anything, them making it to the quarterfinals is an achievement for them, because nobody expected them to make it this far, and then that's down to Unai Emery, who is showing clearly that he's a better manager than Arteta, and Arsenal made the wrong
But
choice.
Z-Man, isn't
But
it
that's for
crazy?
another conversation.
Isn't it crazy that they're not going to be in Europe next season?
No, well, they might conference league. They might make it to the conference.
Oh,
league.
wait. You're saying Arsenal?
Villarreal, bro. They're not going to be in Europe.
They're in seventh. They're in seventh right now. They can
Yeah,
still. They
Emery is not really good in the league. He's not very good in the league. He's a very good cup manager.
What if Emery leads them to a win this one?
No.
If he does, HH, I'm telling you, Mourinho's finished. This
You have to induct Arsenal. Arsenal have to be inducted.
We came in,
Wait,
we'll
hold
be
on,
smiling
Z-Man.
right now, HH, if that happens. We came in, we'll be smiling, bro.
Wait, Z-Man. Where's Villareal again?
Like seventh.
So he's also seventh in the Premier League.
Oh yes. And Cristiano Ronaldo.
Sorry, just a little dig. Yeah, get me, just a little dig.
Guys, before you move on, can we just quickly, because I want your opinion on this. I was being clowned on Twitter.
Okay.
Who would you rather have right now when they're both fit in your team? And be honest, because I was getting clowned for this. Dembele, Mahrez, or Gnabry?
If they're fully fit.
Right now.
Fully fit. By the way, before people...
Wait. Let me add to it. Let me add to it.
Well, we'll say I'm taking Gnabry out of the way because he's been out of form. So it's between the Us and
People are
Mahrez.
telling me Gnabry, bro. People are telling me Gnabry.
No,
he's on that list.
No.
You know, the Dembele has the most assists in 2022.
I'll take Dembele. I won't lie.
But that Pedri assist was kind of, it was.
That assist doesn't count. That assist doesn't count.
He still has.
See, as of right now, because Mahrez has gone a little bit off the ball. As of right now, I take the Us.
Me too, bro. And actually, I was getting clowned for saying that, bro. Can you believe it?
Abdul, it's Twitter. What do you expect? Okay, so guys,
it's because of my haircut, because of you.
Oh well. What do you say? So guys, let me just take these dubs and then we'll go to our good friend. So hold up. So shout out to your boy. Let me just get to this right now. Where is
Fudare.
So Tapua Mutsa, thank you for the dub, Tapua Mutsa. He says, always respect your opponents, no matter how big or small, in form or out of form, win or lose. Vamos La Liga. Guys, this is what I kept on saying to guys, because again, this is the argument I have with Terry. You have to give La Liga credit. When Messi and Cristiano left, the narrative was, oh, these guys are done. They're finished. La Liga is now useless. They're crap. Now, let's put Atletico to one side. Real have a very good chance of going through. Because what's it called? Yeah, because when I was on the terrace, Terry was like, oh no, all the English teams will go through. And Terry said that Real Madrid are old and washed up and so forth. I was like, oh, Terry, they are Real Madrid though. So I know they're old.
The only thing that's washed up is his hairline, bro.
Well, actually, I think he's actually getting a hair thingy much.
He already got it done.
What is with you and hairlines? We'll just leave it alone.
And also, Samuel, look at the guy talking about hairstyles. Check this out, bro. This went out of fashion in 1986, bro. So, your boy Tudari123 says, Thanks for that, doctor. So Lauren Ralph says, shout out to Lauren Ralph says, I think Chelsea are betting for Benzema to score a hat trick. Those. Oh, she said you think that the Chelsea players will place a bet for Benzema to score a hat trick.
Yeah, someone probably made a lot of money tonight.
I mean, actually, that would have given good money. I checked.
Yeah.
Actually, honestly, it was just elite movement. The way he lost Thiago Silva on both goals.
Like how much would he have gotten though if you put Benzema to score a hat trick?
51 times.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, no. Look, that's far-fetched saying that, man. It's far-fetched. So, guys, look.
I would have been so much more confident with 4-1. It's just 2-0 is not enough. 2-0 is not enough, bro.
Wilton.
Congratulations, Wilton, on the semi.
So, guys.
Madrid.
Okay, Eddie.
I respect passion, bro. He's passionate about his club.
Respect Eddie, bro.
So, guys, let's.
I'm not hearing glory Man United from YSK and Red Devils.
So guys, let's now. Let's. Now, guys, don't judge me by this image.
Is it Francis time, HH?
Don't judge me by this image.
Oh, Francis, high IQ merchant.
Now, RDS put out a great tweet.
I hope this doesn't.
RDS put out an amazing tweet.
Everton.
So this is what RDS said. RDS said that we have 9 games to go, and I'm going to bring up the table. Actually, no, even better. No, this is even better. Hold up, because this will make my points even better. So
Everton never got relegated ever in their history.
So
First manager, man.
He made a great point. RDS said that if you're looking in this situation right now, with 9 games to go, wouldn't you sack Lampard and hire Big Sam?
Of course.
I mean,
Not Big Sam because he's already been at Everton and flopped. But yeah, you would look against somebody maybe more experienced.
But Big Sam saved Everton last time.
Ford, I remember that time when because he didn't play good football and so. But as of right now, it's about survival now.
You know who's also
look at the fixtures, man.
You see,
okay,
guys. Now, I may be crazy. Am I the only one who thinks that these guys will still somehow make this?
I think
HH, stop, man. Look, HH, Robbie.
Okay, can I make an argument?
We need to talk.
Let me make an argument.
We need to talk. No, H,
let's make an argument. Hold on. Just hear me out. Ford, hear me out. Now, look, guys, this looks bad. Okay, this looks bad.
I mean, look at their form. Look at Watford and Burnley form. It's not too far from
I don't
Everton
think you understand how much I enjoy this.
So they just lost to Burnley, bro.
No. Okay, let me make. Okay, my argument is this. This is my argument. My argument here is this: is that look, as bad as this is, I just cannot envision Lampard relegating these dudes. Because for me, I think that story, it would be so juicy and so crazy and so insane. Because this is the thing, I'd be proven right. Because I was the guy who was attacked by West London fanboys when I said that this guy's a clown and this guy needs to be removed from Chelsea. That this guy is a brainless moron. And he's an arrogant freaking moron who's not good as manager. People say, oh, he's a legend. Even on Twitter, people say, we shouldn't be saying this about a Chelsea legend. Man, screw you. Like, I can say whatever the heck I freaking want, bro. He's an amazing player, a Chelsea legend, but the guy's a garbage manager.
Player, really?
Legend, a Chelsea legend.
Don't do that.
Come on, bro. He's not like.
So wait, guys, hold up. Let me land. Let me land. Okay, let's go even deeper. So Everton, Man United,
it's low.
Leicester, Liverpool. But forward. Don't even talk about Chelsea. Let's even talk, bro. You see, this right here. Leicester away, Brentford at the crib, Palace at the crib. It's not too bad, but this is where it now gets tricky. So if
it's pretty bad, bro.
Wait, you're saying that Everton are going to beat Brentford, who lubricates you at Stamford Bridge. They're going to beat Crystal Palace, Vieira, who touched Arsenal recently, and then they're going to somehow beat, what was it? Okay, maybe they might get a point from Leicester because their form's not been good.
I won't even lie. Burnley have the easier games.
Guys. Oh
They
God,
got Norwich
guys.
next, bro. It's mad.
Lampard, guys. You know Lampard could be in the relegation zone this weekend. because the thing, he has, because see, here's the thing though. So Norwich against Burnley. So let me just go back to the whole thing. So let's say Everton draw.
Everton are not drawing with United, bro.
They might.
No, they're not.
No, they could. Look,
CR7 is back. CR7 is back.
No, United is a whole mess. I can see that's being a draw.
But RDS told me they're going for the treble this season, though.
I didn't say that.
If Burnley win and Everton don't get the results, and who do Watford play?
Watford play.
Sticky.
You know what's the problem?
Leeds.
That's gonna
at
be
home.
That's gonna be a big game.
Lampard, it's his arrogance. This guy
Thank
got
you.
chipped at 3-0, and he's talking about it being lucky goals against him. Like this guy.
I mean, to be fair,
See, man, let me tell you about Lampard, guys. Let's tell the story about Lampard. No, and let's tell the real story. So
before you go.
Yeah.
Francis, are you not? Is your rookiness gone? Francis, where was this? Where's it been hiding? Are you really the manager that's going to deliver the CL?
The CL.
Francis.
He's giving up. He's gonna just give to me. I was crying.
Abdul. As I was saying. So let's go all the way back. Let's go back to West Ham. So West Ham, Lampard was attacked because he was overweight, and people thought it was nepotism. And the video is actually on YouTube. Harry Redknapp, his uncle, said, "Nope, it's not nepotism. I play him because he's good." But there's always that nepotism tax. So he gets played, blah blah, has his career. Derby County. This guy's not so much experience or whatsoever. Derby County looking for managers. Harry Redknapp calls up the Derby owner and says, "Bro, look at my nephew," and so forth. No credentials, didn't deserve it, but that was a phone call by Uncle Harry. And he never gets
He does have a high IQ though.
Who cares? So that happens there. So my thing though is Derby County, he doesn't improve. It's like a lateral movement that he has with Derby. It's just an improvement. It's not.
Patriots, I'm gonna let you land, but I have to come in after this because
fine. Okay. So Derby County lateral movement, cool. Chelsea, you did good for that season where no transfer ban, and was able to have like a top 4 finish with that team. Cool, that was great. Then the next season, when you now had players to buy and spend on, it showed how much of a clown of a manager you were. And what was worse was, you see, management are two things. There is the football side and there's the psychological side. And the football side, we already know he's lacking. But there's the psychological side and the morale side. Why does guys like, whether it's Pep, Klopp or Tiki, or even, perfect example is Zidane. Zidane always say, "It's my fault." It's probably was your player's fault, but Zidane say, "No, it's me. When you hang out players to dry, that shows your inexperience and that shows your arrogance. Because Lampard feels that I have to succeed because I have been so pumped up by all these guys in at Sky Sports and BT. If I now admit that I'm actually trash, it will go against the narrative of how people have propped me up to be this freaking demigod." Now, after the Chelsea failure, to show that maybe you just need to take some time to find out, are you really sure for management? Why would you jump straight in? Neville, pundits and so forth, he thought it was something. Valencia, this management thing is a lot harder than I think it was. Since then, Neville has not even touched or sniffed my management. This is twofold. Everton, why are you hiring Lampard? Avoiding relegation is different from having a talented, young Chelsea with one of the best youth academies and getting them to finish top 4. Those are two different things. Finishing top 4 with what is still a talented young team and trying to avoid relegation with a talented team who are low on confidence, it's a whole different ball of wax. But for Lampard as well, you're arrogant. In your arrogance, why did you believe and think that you could succeed at something so difficult, which is avoid relegation? But in his arrogance, he thought that, I believe I'm such an amazing manager, I'll have a new manager bounce. So those 3 games, 9 points, 3 wins, that should be enough of a buffer to put me through. But Lampard, what if? What if you don't have that new manager bounce? Then that's where the issue now arises, bro. So my thing here is that I just think that he needs humbling. Because I blame, as much as you want to blame Lampard, I blame the guys around Lampard. If people around you keep saying you're a demigod, you'll believe you're a demigod. So if you just keep saying you're amazing, you're amazing mind, amazing mind, that's why Lampard will always think of excuses. He'll never blame himself because, hey, everyone has told me how amazing I am, how much of a demigod I am. It can't be my fault. So when you now have a position here like this, because you're now in a very tricky position, because you're now in the trenches, and what I believe is that you've lost the dressing room. So if you're not going to now hang your players out to dry, and you're not going to now start blaming them and so forth, it's going to be very difficult, because an avoid relegation battle, it is psychological. It's not about football. It's about motivation. And guys who succeed at avoid relegation are excellent man motivators, because you have to just believe that we can turn these losses to a win, because you're dealing with people who are used to losing. So it's not about football and tactics. You have to try to motivate people to believe that, to get away from this losing mentality into a winning mentality. Lampard doesn't have the experience to instill that man motivation. So I still feel they'll survive. But it's tricky. It's real tricky, because if Burnley or Watford get any wins, because what if Everton now fall into that relegation zone? And guys, and this is my thing, and Ford, I'll give it to you. If Lampard relegates Everton, he'll never recover. He'll never recover. That will spell the end of his managerial career.
No.
He'll never recover.
What makes people think that he could still be like an elite top class manager? I don't think he'll ever end up being like that.
Sky Sports.
People with sense are not saying that. Listen, look, HH, you made some good points there, and a lot of it I do understand. It's coming from a place of people tell me he's this great, he's this great manager. Like, obviously, there's the whole tax of him being a club legend. Obviously, he's in the image of being proper Chelsea, all of that. So I get that. Similar thing with Mason Mount. We talk about this quite a lot. That certain players, with the way that they look, they get a certain preferential treatment, right? We all notice that. So obviously, they get put into conversation that they should never be put in. Now, obviously, with that being said, another point that I do agree with, that there is an element of some arrogance with him, and again, it's something that even I experienced a little bit as a young coach. Again, I coach obviously at a much lower level with under 16s, but it's something that I noticed that obviously when you make mistakes as a kind of an experienced coach in a space that you're new to, it's difficult to admit your own mistakes, because we do see managers like Pep, Klopp, Tuchel, after certain games, again, this is certain games, they will say, you know what, it was on me. The mistake was me. I made tactical errors. We'll come back next week. When you're a young manager, you see it with a lot of managers, like same with Gerrard. People don't mention it, but with Gerrard, he always blames individual errors or the mistakes of the team. They weren't intense enough, they weren't aggressive enough. He says it all the time. We see a lot with young coaches that they don't really blame themselves. And the reason why is because you're still trying to convince not just yourself, but these players that you're trying to manage that you're the right man for the job and that they have to believe you. Whereas when you're Pep, you're Tuchel, you're Klopp, you don't need to convince them. You just show that you don't even have to show them. They know your trophy record. They know your cabinet. They know what you have already proven in the game. You don't have to show them anything. You know what I mean? So obviously there is that element of that with Lampard. Like when you talk about obviously from the start of his days at West Ham, obviously there was the questions of nepotism with Harry Redknapp. And again, the rebuttal with Harry Redknapp was the fact that Lampard is going to be one of the best players in the world. He's going to have this great career. That's what Harry Redknapp said. And obviously for a kid at, I think, 17 at the time, that's a very big statement to make. And obviously, Lampard went on to have a Hall of Fame career and actually fulfilled those words. So there is an element of, you know what, I have so much self-belief in myself that I can do anything. And I think it carried him to great heights as a player and obviously as a manager. Now it's a bit of a different story. And look, you told some of the story right with Derby. I think he did a good job with Derby. Again, they lost a lot of players that summer where he joined. They still got them into the playoff. He still got them into the playoff position. They beat Bielsa's Leeds, who were by far the best team in the league at that time. Obviously, lost to a very good Aston Villa side with the likes of Jack Grealish, Tammy Abraham in that side. It is what it is. Obviously, first season at Chelsea, said he did give him his credit. He'd done a good job. Obviously, got us into top four. Then that was the time where we had the transfer ban. Lost the best player in the league, Eden Hazard. And obviously, we got to a cup final, which again you should win. But again, there's a bit of tax on that. The fact that Pulisic pulled his hamstring while through 1-on-1 to make it 2-1. Then Kovacic gets a silly red card when Xhaka steps on his toe when he gets red carded. Again, Anthony Taylor tax. It is what it is. And obviously, second season now, this is where you say that, oh, you just fell off a cliff, you got exposed to signing bad players, this, that, the other. Some of that is true, HH, but you also have to recognize where we were as a team at that point. Again, his most important signing for me was Hakim Ziyech. And we saw Hakim Ziyech get injured in pre-season. He had a little spell where he came back from injury and he had a great game against Burnley, another great game against Leeds where he got injured again. And at that point in the league, HH, if you remember, and I can pull the proof up for you if you want, we were top of the league, bro. We were top of the league at the start of November. So we were actually doing a pretty decent job. And again, Lampard at that time was even saying
what happened? What happened then? What happened?
I know, and we'll get to that. Again, I'm not going to make excuses. Obviously, he flopped, he got sacked, and rightly so. But we were top of the league at one point. So it wasn't all doom and gloom. We were actually doing well. But then obviously got to a point where, again, injuries did pile up. Obviously, Kante was out for a bit, and obviously that's a big miss. Obviously, Ziyech is out, his main creative player. And obviously, he didn't get the best out of the likes of Werner, Havertz, Rudiger was struggling, Thiago Silva started to struggle for a bit. And then when things were going bad, the inexperienced manager didn't know how to rejuvenate the squad. Maybe change the system, do something to get these good players out of a rut. But obviously, Tuchel came in, we won the Champions League, the rest is history. Now, HH, he's getting relegated, bro. And obviously, for me, it's a tough thing to see because Lampard was an idol of mine.
So you're saying 100%?
I'm saying it's looking extremely peak, bro. Like, bro, Sean Dyche had man in a headlock today, bro. I don't know if you can play the clip that I sent you.
No, I can't play. But I saw the vid.
Bro, he said, bro, Sean Dyche at halftime said to these lot have forgot how to win football matches.
Wow.
And he then proceeds to stop them from winning another football match, which Everton were winning 2-1, and they go and bottle it 3-2. It's peak, bro. Because when you look at their fixture list, the likes of Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, like there's some tough games in there. Leicester, like, bro, it's looking long, man. And look, I'm not saying they're gone, but it's like the thing is for me when they get in, they're gonna end up at one point in the relegation zone, right? And it's like, will they be able to react? Because Lampard has spoken a big game. Lampard has spoken a big game about how I believe in this team. We have the quality. You'll see. We're gonna stay up. But the pressure is creeping on him, and I want to see his press conference today. I'm gonna watch it after the hangout today and see how his reaction was. But I don't know if he's built for this kind of pressure because he's not used to it. Because he's a winner. He's won everywhere he's been, and at Everton, he's struggling, bro. And honestly, I think they might panic and just sack him after maybe the next defeat or two.
See, Ford, because that might actually be worse. I think it would be worse if he got sacked than if he got them relegated. Like, I'm not sure what's possible would be worse if he remains and he gets them relegated, or if he gets sacked, Big Sam comes in and.
If he gets sacked, I think it's worse because, like, what if
I think it's worse if he gets sacked and then they stay up with another manager? That's the ultimate L.
Yeah.
It's hard.
But you know what? What could save? The only thing that saves Lampard is if he survives. If he makes him survive, okay, wow, that's a miracle. If let's say he doesn't survive, the only thing that could save him is if he gets sacked, another manager comes in and they still go down. Then people will just say, okay, well, was it same a mixture of the management?
Tried to save a sinking ship and it didn't work. Yeah, that could absolutely work. I think one thing I do want to
hold up. And before I come to Zima, let me just hit these two real quick, man. So Adash 3 says Anthony Gordon is their best player, League 2 team. God damn. Adash 3 again says, thank you for the double, Adash. Watford already put 5 past Everton this season. I trust Hodgson Dennis Ansah more than Calvin Klein, Lewin and Richarlison. Everton are going down. No, I mean,
Liverpool fans are celebrating. Damn.
Oh no, of course, 100%.
Yeah.
But it's specifically Everton. You see, my thing though is that Watford game is going to be key. Like if they lose that game, and for me, guys, who would you put your money on? Roy Hodgson or Lampard?
Roy Hodgson.
Roy Hodgson.
Because he's experienced, you know?
Experience. But sorry, Ziman, talk to me, man. Talk to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, for him, even if he gets fired, what's his next step? There isn't anywhere he can necessarily go to and actually
he's
succeed.
Screwed, bro. He's screwed. No. But Ziman, he's so arrogant that he'll convince himself that it wasn't his fault. So.
No, but if you're thinking about it and you're thinking to yourself, like, let's say you're owner of a club, you'd be like Frank Lampard. You got an Everton relegated, a team that's never been relegated. Why should I give you a job in the EPL? And the only way for him is down, like the championship. Maybe he's gonna have to go through the championship and get a team promoted in order to play in the EPL. I mean, like if you're any team that has any form of structure, which majority of clubs are transforming into, and actually being sustainable, I don't see why any club would want to hire someone like you, especially with that CV. Like Everton never gone relegated. That's a huge. That's huge. That's actually awful. So I don't see a future for him in terms of like first division, like teams taking him on, unless they have no option, unless like they've exhausted all of their options and resources, and then just need a person there just for the sake of having one.
And what's called YSK? Talk to me, bro. Everton, man. What happens, bro? YSK. Suleiman, what happens?
Listen, man, I've always assumed that Everton had a good squad, and like despite Lampard's like failures, like the players are good enough to survive this. But if you're really deep, is their squad really that much better than like the teams surrounding them, like Watford and Leeds? And I think they're better than Norwich, but are they better than Burnley? Because Burnley, like to be like, I think people call them like the cockroaches of the Premier League. They're always there, like no matter what.
Always.
Yo. So I feel like Everton might get relegated, man. I think there's a higher possibility because Norwich, I think it's always like it's assumed, like it's guaranteed that they're going down. So there's two places that can go down, which is like 19th and 18th, and it depends on what Watford can do. Honestly, I think it's in Watford's hands because like Roy Hodgson, he's experienced in the Premier League. He knows what to do. So. What was Watford's next game again? It was against Norwich?
No.
Two relegation teams. Two relegation teams that were playing.
Watford's next game is against Leeds.
Against Leeds. Okay. So the Leeds are also...
It's Burnley that travel to Norwich next.
Burnley travels to Norwich. Then Watford have Leeds.
Yeah.
That's crazy game. But to your point actually about the level of Everton players, like I think defensively they have a championship defense, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Guys like Holgate and Godfrey have only got this far based on their pace.
Mm-hmm.
Coleman's over the hill. They sold Digne for what reason I do not know. I mean, obviously, and that was after getting rid of Rafa Benitez. You had the fallout with Digne in the first place, which again, shocking business from Everton. But obviously, you look at their midfield and attack. Like Alan was the top Champions League player for Napoli for quite a while. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is the second best English striker according to many people. But again, this is your main striker. He's out here doing lesbian modeling. When you're down in the dumps, bro, fighting for your life, your Premier League livelihood, bro, and he's there doing up. Look, it's a mad one, bro. And then you got other players like Charleston, rumored to go to Barcelona or PSG for 80 million. Like, they have players who, on paper, who are meant to be quality, but they're just not performing. And Van der Beek, Decore.
Wait. Last thing, because we need to get it here. Now, last thing, and this is the last thing before we get it here. Now, guys, I need to. Can you just please explain what is going on here? I don't know whether you've heard about this or so forth, but I just need some explanation here. So let me just share this with you all, man. Guys, is there beef between Cristiano and Rooney?
Why? What is it?
Oh yeah, because I think Rooney had an interview on Sky, and then he talked about Ronaldo and his like, was it Messi?
Yeah, like so Ronaldo calling Rooney jealous for saying that he didn't think that Cristiano's return to United had worked out, and then Cristiano says too jealous.
Oh
What does that even mean?
Cristiano. Man.
So this is a Factos 2.0.
This is why this is why we can't let this man have a World Cup. This is exactly why I root for this man. I root against this man. Stuff like this, man. Why would you say that publicly? Like, what does that gain you?
Yeah, I mean, no, but you see, this. I see when you see stuff like that, that means it's obviously proof that. Oh yeah, it's true. Guy, he loves that emoji, bro. Yeah, no. For me, I think it just basically proves that he can. See, everything we've said about Cristiano is true. This guy views social media.
Man.
He's very conscious about how people perceive him, and I told you, Zeman, can you now see? Imagine if this guy wins the World Cup.
No, we can't, man. He's not even. Let's be honest, bro. This guy is
and
footballer.
He's the kind of guy who, if Portugal won the World Cup and Cristiano did not contribute, you know that he's taken off of his shirt and claiming that as a win, because we also saw what he did in that 2014 UCL final, bro. So it's, I mean, like, see, this is just like there's no reason for this, bro.
Bro, I blame his family.
Did you pull up Rooney's response, by the way?
Did Rooney respond?
Yeah. There was a response from Rooney. I think he said. I forgot what he said, but
okay, wait, hold on, wait, Rooney.
Oh my God, what did Rooney say, man? Rooney is probably like, "This is why Messi's better than you." Something like Rooney, bro.
Oh no, I can't see the Rooney response.
I'll find it because I'm sure he did. Like I saw something like on Twitter or something. It was like a Rooney himself, but I'll find it. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I mean, you see, but my thing though is why though. My thing is why? For what reason? Like, because okay, he says that your thing didn't go through and so forth, but you could just say that this is a guy who is extremely conscious about how people view him. Extremely conscious about how people view him, and do you know what it's also as well? He's also conscious of his fan base. By him, just like when he put out that message during the whole Ballon d'Or thing, it can galvanize the Cristiano fan base, be like, blah blah. Look, you didn't give a Ballon d'Or, and then with this right now, people can just be like, Rooney's just because he's very conscious. Like, but it's like, I mean, Ford, your view on the whole thing, bro.
I mean, nothing really surprises me with. Again, it's not confirmed whether there's actual beef here, but nothing would surprise me with Ronaldo, Cristiano, because we know he's a narcissist, bro. Like, we know he's in his own head. He's made this Messi beef like something
which Messi has never really cared about, but
doesn't really care about. But to Ronaldo, that's World War IV, bro. Like it's a madness. But like, so I mean, for me, maybe again, having watched Monday Night Football, maybe a part of that was the fact that Rooney was just got inducted into the Premier League Hall of Fame, and obviously people were reflecting very well on his career. And obviously Ronaldo now talking at 37 years of age, that he's not having the best of time now. Maybe that was a kind of like a way of him saying that, you know what, if everyone's talking nice about you now, and obviously talking about how my return to United hasn't worked, but obviously we're still the same age, and obviously you're managing in the Championship while I'm still playing at the highest level. That's what he's thinking in his own head, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe why he's saying you're jealous of me still having a career.
And also see, here's the thing though, Chris, you didn't even have to put it out. Rooney is wrong. Cristiano's return has been a success. United have just been trash. But for a 37-year-old who's been able to score the kind of goals he has scored in the Champions League, in the Premier League, it's been a large success. So United's failures haven't been down on Cristiano.
That's basically what he said, though. That's basically what Rooney said. He said that it hasn't worked out completely in terms of like winning trophies, which is what Ronaldo is. That's what Ronaldo does.
No.
He wins trophies.
Well.
The thing is, Rooney said that Ronaldo
that's
has
unrealistic, though. That's unrealistic.
No.
Well, at the start of the season, no, it wasn't unrealistic because they said they were going for trophy. They said they were going for potentially a treble. But like that was the real hype around it. Ronaldo, Sancho, Varane is joining the team that finished second. They're challenging for the league.
But you also have to consider the fact that this guy was like, he said that he's not here to be like in 6th or 7th place. I'm here to compete for titles. And now that he's in 6th or 7th place, and then then he's seen the Rooney comment saying that maybe it didn't work out according to plan, buying Ronaldo, what was expected of that. And then this guy just like he lost his cool and decided to comment. Like this guy, like I'm telling you, man, this guy is egotistical. And I don't understand what's the point of this. It doesn't do anything for you. Like, yeah, you've had a better career than him. Nobody's gonna fight against that.
No, but that's why it's like I said again, I respect Cristiano based on his legacy and everything he's done and everything, but you cannot deny that the guy has a large ego. So does Ibrahimovic. So does Mourinho. But the way that his ego manifests himself is like, because my thing though is that, see, this isn't like movies. Football is X's and O's. Your stats speak for themselves. So like, your legacy is set. So even if you'd flopped at United, you scored more goals and games that you played in Real Madrid. You're the number one goal scorer in international football. You're the number one goal scorer in the Champions League. You don't need to say anything. The numbers speak for themselves. The Champions League titles speak for themselves. So if you now feel that you have to now comment and talk because one person criticizes you, that is somebody that is extremely self-conscious. You know?
Yep. And that's the thing about egos. Egos don't need to be rationalized. People just use their egos to they just stroke their egos. They're just like, oh, because I have this ego, I want to make myself look great in any light. And you're trying to talk bad about my career. Why would you say that? Because maybe
see, I would get that if let's say you were Thibaut Werner and you're trying to say that, then you're like, okay, you're trying to create a narrative. But see, bro, I was the guy that even said that, bro, Rooney, you were a side chick to Van Persie, you were a side chick to Van Nistelrooy, you were a side chick to Cristiano. You were always a side chick to guys who were better stars and better players than you. And trust me, unless you are like a hardcore United fan or you're a Rooney fanboy, I think everybody will agree that Cristiano has had a better legacy and was a far better player than Rooney was. Everybody will agree. So my thing though is, and that's why you're dealing with a guy who, Ford, if Portugal don't win the World Cup, he's going to be in 2026. I'm convinced.
He's going to try.
He'll freeze himself and he'll be in 2026 because you're dealing with a guy who he's slightly deranged.
America
so
tax.
Can he be?
But at the same time, to achieve great things, sometimes you need to be a little bit crazy. So
true.
Yeah,
True.
that's true.
Okay, look, guys, let's get out of here. But guys, it is what it is. We'll be back here probably on Friday, and obviously as we build up to the City game. I always say that
Chelsea will come back though. Yeah.
Forward, man. Do you believe we can? Actually, no. Let me not ask you that because you may say the wrong thing. Because if I ask you that,
he told us he believes, man.
No, he never said that.
Yeah,
I said 10%. I said 10%.
Thank you. He said 5%. He said 5%. He said 5%. Guys, Benzema. He's that dude, guys. Peace out. Stay true. I'll see you guys Friday. Peace. Peace.